No.
Drew.
1, 2, 3. There we go. Hey.
Oh, is that the
hilarious?
Syncing the
You want to
audio,
know?
that's
You
all
want to
we
know
do.
what's really
Okay.
funny, Drew? Is not that we've been trying on purpose, but you're our first black guest.
I'm surprised.
You're also like the third guest.
I'm
we've
surprised
ever
that you had a black guest. Period.
And well, we like you. And you totally fucked up. I figured you would have enough rhythm to start the clap properly.
Yeah.
No, it was his off rhythm. You think it was my off rhythm? It was his off rhythm.
It probably was my off rhythm.
You're
I
probably-
do not have rhythm.
You go 1, 2, 3, pause, and then clap. That's just how you do it when it's cool.
It's like
He
1,
won.
2, 3, and then you clap on what would be 4.
Yes.
Whereas he clapped at
he
like
clapped
3.3.
at 3. He said 3
yeah.
and his hands touched.
I don't like this. I don't like the energy to start this off. First of all, you come into my friend's house and accuse me of.
I apologize. Of
Yeah.
all me
Nah.
clapping.
It's
Okay.
happy. It's 4th of July tomorrow. Happy 4th of July. Happy late Juneteenth. Do you guys?
Late Juneteenth.
Do you guys?
Fuck,
Is it,
dude. Let's not just.
No, this is gonna be Josh. You gotta remember where Josh from. Tell him
Is
where
it like
you from.
Hanukkah for you guys? No, you got 12 days of it. Or?
This is
The whole
our
month of
friend.
February.
This is our friend Drew Illa.
Yes, this is
Very
Drew.
funny
Welcome,
comic.
welcome to the Triple F podcast. This is episode
Thank you.
68.
Where's my hard camera? Is that what they call it in the business?
Straight ahead
My hard
is your
camera?
camera.
Your hard camera.
If you're
that's what
like,
they
if
call it.
I'll
you're
give
like
you a fucking
me,
hard camera, dude. You want to fucking?
if you're like me, feel free to look in it about once every 5 seconds. Check yourself out.
You got a pig.
He's got
Come
the-
on, dude.
Nah, listen. You know, I wake up at noon, so
Did you
Do
just
they-
wake up?
Do they have a place like?
sure.
I've never once seen a pic somewhere that I shop. You know what I mean? Like, is there a place that
You ain't
you
shopping, yeah.
specifically shop?
I just go to any beauty supply store.
Oh, is that the one where they have like the wall of wigs?
Well, yeah, I mean, wall
I've
wigs.
seen those
There's
in,
also
like-
other tools for people who like hair. You know.
I've seen those in like they're always in like a shopping center with like there's always you know where they are.
Yeah. Looked at each other for confidence. Are we being racist?
No,
Shopping center. Is that the word?
No.
Outlet mall.
So
A low income. He forgot to say low income shopping center.
So in South, yeah, do they have Section 8 shopping centers?
There's areas you can go that appeal to black folks and folks who like. So I wouldn't even say black folks. I would more say anybody who wants to do something with their hair. You know what I mean? Like, if a white girl goes in there, she's probably gonna buy a wig. Also, this is women's shit, so I don't really know. I just go to get my picks. I don't really put cream in this or nothing. This is my first afro.
Some people put cream in their afro.
Nah, you got to put like castor oil.
Is that like when white guys get a beard and they're like, I have beard oil?
Yeah.
And you put oil.
If you
you
want
say
your shit to be
castor
luscious,
oil?
castor oil.
Is that not the
ju-
brand of oil you put in your car? Is the castor oil not a?
Castor. It's a. Listen, I don't know much about it because I'm new to the hair thing. It's like Jamaican castor oil or something like that. It's
Okay.
nice. You know who put me on? Hennessy.
Of course he did. Hennessy Williams, very
Hennessy
funny
Williams
guy.
put me on.
You know, so Hennessy is a comic around here, really funny. You know how long I didn't know that his name wasn't Hennessy Williams?
That's terrible.
An embarrassing amount of time.
That's crazy.
It turns out it's just
An
stage name.
embarrassing amount of time. And then I realized, it's Tennessee Williams. It's a play off of that.
Is it really?
Yeah, of course it is, dude. See, now who's the dumbass?
Yeah,
Yeah, of
yeah,
course.
Oh, I get. I
Which
didn't
is
even-
actually really funny. It's a funny play
That's
on
a
words.
really that's funny.
Because if I
Time
called
out. I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't know who Tennessee Williams is.
I don't really know who it is either, but it's like I want to believe
Like a
it's
Memphis rapper?
I think it's like a country. It's not a dude. It's not.
Oh,
a
I was thinking of
rapper.
Tennessee whiskey.
Tennessee.
You're
See.
smooth, but that's I was wrong
It's
too.
country, yeah.
So
Nation.
Tennessee Williams, I'm pretty sure is like a. He was a playwright and screenwriter.
Hennessy is a lot more intelligent than
Yeah,
we
what
take
the
him for.
fuck, dude? He's like-
I thought he was using a Memphis rapper or something.
I know. There's
find out.
There's-
Find out. It's a playwright. What the fuck?
there's pictures of this guy like literally like with like a typewriter with like a cigarette and like one of those holders like this. Like that's like
Dude, a straw cigarette
Oh,
holder
yeah.
is so sick.
He's taking steamboats. That's
That's like, dude, that's classic racism. You got to take a steamboat to hate the other side of the town.
yeah.
that's classic racism.
You know what's fucked up is that if I jokingly called a black guy Hennessy Williams, it would be racist.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
If you say Hennessy around black people, it's probably in a racist.
Can I say something? Hennessy's
man.
bad. Hennessy is not good liquor. I don't drink a lot of liquor, but it doesn't taste good.
Liquor.
I
Hardly know
hardly
her.
know her.
I don't have opinions on Hennessy. I don't like dark. I don't like how it sneaks up on you.
What do you drink when you drink?
Vodka.
You
Vodka
drink
soda. I
vodka?
want my shit to go right through me. Because I'm drinking for 8 hours.
Yeah.
I'm that type of
Yeah.
drinker. I'm
Drew
not-
goes
Yeah.
hard.
I go, you know what I mean?
Drew's the only person I know who'll drink for 8 hours straight, do ketamine, and then drink cucumber juice in the morning.
Oh, you got to slow down. That
You do-
that whole thing was an oxymoron because you can't drink too much alcohol while on ketamine.
Sure you can. I've done it.
You have?
Of course, dude. I used
so
to do
you
heroin.
don't mind
and,
no K-hole shit.
I used to do heroin and
Yeah.
cocaine at the same time.
Yeah.
I'm
You
not.
don't avoid K-hole.
I'm not
you diving
worried.
in.
What's a K-hole?
Yeah.
I know what it
Tell
is.
them what
It's like when
K-hole
you.
is.
A K-hole's like when
I've
you-
never been in one.
It's like you blast through, right? That's what they call it.
Oh no, I don't
Well,
know.
so
I don't
you're
Or is that
think-
DMT?
You're thinking
Gotta-
of DMT.
Okay.
So like DMT, there is like a blast off where if you do enough of it at one time, which can be really hard to do actually, you blast off. Like you're in a different dimension. You're not in the same.
That's when you're just.
What's
you
in this dimension?
Well,
it's still made up of your thoughts, correct?
So personally, I don't want to. I've never been in it. I've done DMT. I've never done enough to blast off completely. But talking to friends and like listening to shit, it seems to all be like the same place when people go there, which is a
Okay.
trip. And it's like it's people have it's the idea of like collective consciousness of like what gets released in our our third eye whenever all that happens. There's also like
I'm gonna have a
um,
panic attack.
there's also like
Keeps talking
people
about
have done
vibrations.
like ayahuasca, which is made from the same root
Yeah.
that DMT is made from,
Yeah.
in like group settings where they all share the same
That's okay.
hallucinations, but they might not be, like where they all see the same things, the same figures, the same like beings around them.
Wait, but is that because they're talking out loud about them, or are they saying this after the fact?
I don't know. I
That's
wasn't
the thing.
there.
Because if it's like, if I'm like, I see
Yeah.
a demon, you probably gonna be like, I see a demon.
Yeah,
too.
I see
it's
it
the
there.
power of suggestion. It's like
Yeah,
it's like how
mass
haunted houses
psychosis.
exist.
Yeah, it's really just a bunch of white people who paid $10,000 to go to Peru to do drugs, going, I'm scared. I see a green alien, and then some other guy's like, I also see a green alien.
Dude, if you get higher on me, I ruin everybody's time. Because I'll just literally, everyone will be having a good time. I'll be like, what's the normal heart rate? And everyone just
Yeah.
goes, fuck.
I used to do that, bro. When I would drink when I was in like high school and like early in college, my chest would get tight.
Yes.
And I would be in the bathroom like with the
Yeah,
time-
dude, every time. I'm
with
like,
the timer on my phone, like that can't be a normal heart rate, dude.
I'd be doing the gym rule that they teach you no thumb on the neck. You'd go 1, 2, 3, and then you take it times 6, and I'm like, I can't do math right now. And
Yeah.
where's Josh? Oh, he's on the phone with his mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys have had hard trips.
Where are you? Did you grow up in Florida?
No, I grew up in New York, but
You can't tell by the way he talks.
Yeah, that's
I grew
but
up in-
barely. Like you know
like
what
New
I
York
mean?
City.
New
Or
York
like
City,
this-
yeah,
okay.
Queens, yeah.
Okay,
so
okay, yeah.
I grew up there, but I'm I moved in my teens, so it's like
Yeah.
I'm Florida.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
but I
yeah.
kept the accent because.
But wait, what?
bitches.
Yeah, because
Be honest with you. I'll be honest with you. I said dog 3 times. Saw her downcast look. I was like, let me go listen to some Wu-Tang, some Onyx, you know what I'm saying, some Das FX, and just kept it going. Made sure.
Damn. So have you? No, because Florida has. I was gonna say, have you never had like a backyard? But Florida has yards.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't have. I had like a small backyard.
It's
I lived in
crazy because
Queens, so it's like more-
I'm from Iowa, dude. Like this, like our yard and our backyard where I live right now, it's so small compared to like my backyard in Iowa is small for Iowa, and we still have like I can throw a ball like as far as I can throw it. You know what I'm saying?
We talking acres?
we're talking an acre
We're
at
talking-
least.
Yeah.
Who's the neighbors?
That's what. Oh,
Kobe
that's
Bryant
Bryant from the Lakers.
You know what?
No,
My
that's
parents
Kobe.
moved from New York. They got that. They
Yeah,
got
yeah.
acres, and that shit was nice, peaceful.
Yeah.
It is.
Then you lose weight just hanging around acres. You like, nigga, I need to go outside and run.
Yeah, they're like
I need to
Yeah.
move my
That's the
feet.
best
My
way.
feet need to touch grass.
they're like take the trash out. You're like, I have to walk a quarter mile to take the trash
Yeah.
out.
That's real.
And you're like,
Yeah,
all right,
yeah.
I guess I'll tie my shoes. That's how you know.
Yeah, I guess I'll tie my
Bro. That's how you know you live on land. If you have to do anything around the house and you have to put tennis shoes on and tie them, because if I do anything, like if I'm like taking the trash, I'll go out barefoot.
Yeah,
I gotta
yeah,
walk.
yeah,
I
yeah.
walk 20 feet. You know?
You know what I've been doing lately? I've been going barefoot just all day. Like if I don't have to wear shoes, I won't. Like it's nice.
Barefoot
Yeah. I watched a thing about our feet being squished together on like some like. Have you ever seen Squat University? Do you
Yeah, I
watch
love
that
that.
shit?
Yeah, no,
dude.
that's
He's
my
always
guy. I
like your
love that guy.
fucking your feet are
Oh,
getting warped.
Drew is very into fitness.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
And I'm not. Let me tell you something. I'm
You do
so
jujitsu.
I'm pseudo fitness. You understand? Meaning I'm a YouTube fitnesser. So it's like it's basically the equivalent of a person who loves geography watching a lot of YouTube videos. So I'm like the earth is flat kind of on that side.
Yeah.
Listen, I look at the fitness community right now. I believe in Dr. Joel Sadman or Sodme, whatever his last name is. You know who I'm talking about. 90-degree eccentric. You understand? Less injury.
What are you talking about?
Don't
dude?
worry. The fitness
You're out of your
industry
fucking-
again.
Is this the
The
is
fitness
this,
industry
hey,
gonna
is
get
this
pissed.
the knees over toes guy?
No, this is the
I like
guy
that
who
guy.
talks about how not like you should only go 90 degrees. No butt to grass on your
Oh,
squats.
ass to grass, baby.
Yeah, no, that's
I
so
blew
he's
up
going
have you
against
ever
the
seen
whole.
my look at my have I showed you this?
So like
I have ostrich
he's
sliders.
saying when
I got a big ass bump on my fucking
he's got
tibia.
Osgood Slaughter's like a 12-year-old
Yeah.
basketball
Look
player.
at that shit. You see it? Look at that bump.
We all
dude.
had that in middle school.
Look at that bump.
But you
see
can
that?
tell that's WebMD knowledge. He just
Yeah,
came with.
he's like, I
No,
got
that's
Osgood
medical
Slaughter's.
diagnosis. I got an X-ray. My
He
shit
had
stuck
the-
out like that much.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I kind of got that, but I don't
And
know.
I
if
also have
it's-
a bone spurt too. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. All right.
That was a penis joke. All right.
So wait. This guy, because I don't know if you know this, but or if this is going to shock you. I don't think a lot of people who listen to the Triple F podcast are like fitness experts.
Probably not. Yeah.
But there's some YouTube. Listen. fitness
So-
is just
so
YouTube.
what they're saying is Dr. What's his name? Joel
Joel something.
Embiid.
Yeah.
He says you shouldn't squat with your legs shouldn't go past 90 degrees.
Past 90 degrees. No, your knees shouldn't go in front of your toe, and that's going against all
Everyone
relative
else.
science. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
because then there's the knees over toes guy.
Who's
yeah.
like,
who's
yeah.
like you have
Who's
to
like
reverse.
your knees have to go over
Dude,
your toes
No,
or you're
he's
gay.
legit.
Yeah,
I didn't
that
have to make a joke to say that I believe in his ideas. You know what I mean? He's legit. The other guy I had to actually be making a joke.
Yeah,
'cause I
knees
don't
knees
believe.
over toes guy. He was like,
yeah,
I was
he's-
reading about it because I got really bad knee pain from my Oshkosh sliders. so I can't, dude. Shut up, dude.
You know what you should get for your Osgood Slaughter's that we all we
Braces
all
for
had
my
in sixth grade?
teeth because I'm
Just-
12.
No, just that one. It can't possibly be doing anything. It's that one black band
Dude, I
that
use
goes
that.
around.
I use that, dude. I go to the
It
gym with
works.
that.
It
I go to the gym with that thing, dude. So
It
I got.
works. So
I was.
funny.
I was like 7 pages deep in a Reddit post about Oshkosh sliders and how to like squat with it, and I got onto like knees over toes guy,
Yeah.
and people were like, you just have to reverse the knee pain out. And basically, you just, instead of going forward, you want to go backwards. So I've been doing like all this crazy shit. Like I've been doing like
What does that
I
mean?
go to
I
like
don't even know
so
that.
yeah.
This
So,
nigga talking like he working out like a kangaroo.
Yeah.
so what I've been
Just
doing
praying mantis.
so what
over
I've been,
there.
what I've been doing is I've been going in and I do like a lot of like backwards stuff. So I do sled pulls backwards. So I like walk
Oh,
backwards.
okay.
I walk. I go
Oh.
on the
Stick.
treadmill. I go on the treadmill and then
You
I
walk
shut it. Yeah, I have it off and then I push it
Yeah.
backwards like manually. I do a lot of like RDLs. So I've been doing that and it doesn't help. I'm fucked, dude. I got the knees of an
You just got
80-year-old.
nice hamstrings now.
Yeah, I just look fucking. I got a dump. Well, my ass. I got a dump truck. I don't know if you've. Have you
Dude,
seen?
No,
Have you
yeah, we
seen
all
his
seen
ass?
it. We
Yeah,
all-
yeah,
We
of
talk
course.
about it all the
Immediately.
time. We
it
talk
used to
about
be
it
way better.
so much.
Say
dude.
again?
It used to be way better. It makes me.
We
sad.
talk about it so much. We talk about Josh's ass. Jeff talks about Josh's ass constantly.
Nah, you gotta ask. And it's because it's a guy, and no offense, a white guy. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Whoa,
like,
dude.
No, what? I'm just hey, there's white
Hey.
guys with nice asses.
Don't come here.
You know
Don't
what I
come
mean?
here
You
and
gotta
be
go to a
racist.
football field to see him, nigga. This is
You
out in
gotta-
public.
you gotta go
This
watch
is
the
out in
first-
public. This guy.
You gotta go watch the first base
Yeah.
coach.
That's so
They gotta be
funny.
doing something. They gotta
You're
earn
not
it.
wrong. You're not
You're right.
wrong.
100%
I gotta
right.
keep my feet down.
I don't have an ass. Like I don't have an
He's
ass.
got
at
a
all.
Hank Hill ass.
No.
You got a long back.
No.
You got
Don't
Taylor
do me
Swift.
like that. That's Jeff.
Samaro.
Jeff, dude. Oh my God. One
Yo,
second.
so
I have
what
this
it is-
photo. Holy
so,
fuck.
So
Is
what
that bad?
happens with white guys is like I have an ass, I just don't have an ass like him, and it's
Mm.
like whatever. Like you know, like girls will be like, oh, you got a good ass, but I think they're all lying. And anytime anybody's ever said that to me in my life, whatever.
Let me ask this. Let's get specific about your booty, your ass. Is it your back?
you can
meets
tell.
your ass,
You
but
can
you
tell
got
where
cheeks?
it starts because that's what I was about to say.
Ah.
What a lot of white guys have is their back just doesn't end until it's the back of their knees.
They got a cankle, but on their ass.
Yeah.
It's like a hamstring ass.
Yeah, it's a completely like there's no humps or anything. It's just from the shoulder blade all the way down to the back of their knee. It's just a straight line. Like that's Hank Hill ass right there.
Dude, I gotta find this fucking
For
photo.
for Jeff Dolezal.
Yeah,
I
Jeff
know
was-
Jeff got a terrible ass because his lats are the same size as his hips.
Dude, there's this.
That nigga. But you know, it
Bro,
just,
have you ever seen what a pug looks like under a fucking MRI?
Dude, it's not.
don't fucking.
Look at that
It's
shit.
not a pug. It's
It's
That's
crazy.
not real.
Why? Why
That's
did
a
you
bug.
pull that
That's
up?
a mantis.
I've just found.
It's not a pug. It's a French bulldog. So
Have you guys ever talked about his undiagnosed ADHD?
him?
Yeah.
He's got more than 8. We're not worried about his ADHD.
We're worried about the schizophrenia.
I'm worried about him, I'm worried about his depression and anxiety. Yeah, trending into schizophrenia.
Yeah,
Well,
that's because you're
what-
always searching for stimuli, nigga. You know what I'm saying? He went looking for a bigger Jeff Dolezal to show me a mantis skull
I
Yeah.
can't
on the X-ray.
Yeah, he can't handle it.
I
dude.
can't find it. There's one time I was FaceTiming Jeff, and he was just getting out of the shower, and he was brushing his teeth, and he like put the phone down, but behind him was a mirror. So I'm talking to him, and I can just see his in the mirror. I can just see his entire ass and like his whole naked body, and I was like, ew.
Like on accident.
On
too,
accident.
right?
He had. I thought it was
Yeah.
a bit. I thought he was doing a bit. I thought he was just jokingly showing me his ass, and I was like, I gotta sign a waiver or something, dude. That can't be legal, bro. He had like a negative amount of ass, like a deflated balloon, dude.
I feel like
That's the energy of your ew.
Ew.
It
you
was
can
so.
tell,
It was a real ill. It was like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
you
yeah,
tapped
yeah,
into
yeah.
your inner white girl, nigga.
Yeah.
Ew.
I think I sent it in the group message.
That's what I'm looking.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think I've been looking for it for too long.
I know I went to it and I was like, I'm going in too deep for what.
That's
what
what
the
always
payoff is.
happens. This is why we need yeah.
What's a conspiracy theory you believe in?
Oh,
Conspiracy
dude,
theory?
Drew,
Yeah.
I know you got some.
I'm not really a big conspiracy theory guy because I have a lot of friends who believe in. I believe conspiracy theories are for single mothers.
So
Just bored women.
It's a thing where you have kids and it's hard because you got no man, which you know what I mean, backing you up. So you need control. You know what I'm saying? You're like, I need control. So you get control of your kids. They're well off, but then you start moving. You're like, the world needs. I need to add limits to everything. It's like, you know what I mean? This is happening. This is happening. This is happening. It's like I just need control. They can't let loose. They got 3 kids, no baby daddy. You know what I mean?
what the fuck are you saying?
Sorry.
I'm
Sorry.
trying to find the through
You
line.
want to
Yeah,
know what's
I
really
apologize.
funny about is I've spent a lot.
I'm
of
talking
time,
about a specific person. That's why.
Yeah, fuck you, Tracy.
I've spent a lot of time with Drew, and I know for a fact he believes in conspiracy theories. The problem with Drew is that he doesn't identify them as conspiracy theories. He just thinks they're the truth. You have a lot of insane beliefs.
That's the way to go. That's how you.
It's not a conspiracy.
It's not
if
a
you think it's
conspiracy
the truth.
theory if I made it up. You know what I'm saying? That is just an absolute truth, baby.
Yeah,
Something
that's true.
that I know.
Shit.
I know.
Hilarious. Hilarious. No, keep going.
Maybe, but I'll have to look. Can you guys want to pause or keep going?
We'll keep going and then we can.
Wait, what's wrong? Why?
His battery. We'll go. Keep going.
Oh, your battery dying.
It's fine. Welcome.
Oh,
to the
you can see all the sound shit right here.
Yeah.
Oh, I was wondering why he kept looking down at his feet.
Yeah. That's where all that. That's where the magic happens.
All right.
Yeah, we'll do a 1-for-1 swap. We can keep going. Yeah, we'll pass it back and forth. We're working with a $20 budget here.
Ain't nothing wrong with it, man. This is a nice setup.
Yeah, it's a nice.
You know? And listen, the clips look good. I only say if I never saw the clips, I'd be like, what the fuck are these guys doing? What are they doing? Disgusting. You know
The
what I mean?
clips
But
I set up, I go, have you guys ever heard that avocados are technically fruit? And then
Dude,
everyone
such a
goes,
fucking-
whoa. and then in the comments, people are like, this guy's a fucking retard. Dude, you should see the comments we get.
Bro.
They're nuts. We haven't gotten
so-
them lately, but
I only got like a couple.
I got, yeah,
Recently.
Matt, yeah,
So
everybody
I-
loves
I'm looking at your comments because I I was getting in arguments.
So I told a story last pod about an altercation. Yeah.
Dude, yeah.
An altercation. You can do heroin. I don't care. You can just. I told a story about an altercation I had with a woman in Austin, which, for the record, was 100% true. I ended up. This lady. I'll keep it short because I already told it. But like, this lady was in a parking spot, like standing there in a really crowded parking lot in a really crowded area of Austin. People were driving around looking for parking. Imagine the mall on Christmas. You know what I mean? And I pull up, I see an open spot, and there's a lady standing in it. So I pull halfway in, and she's like, "This is reserved." And I go, "Fuck you." I freak out. She freaks out. She calls me an asshole. I call her a fat pig.
I see no problem with that.
I don't either. And it wasn't my proudest moment, but I tell that, and then like I think it was really only in total between TikTok and Instagram like 3 comments of somebody was like, "Grow up." Somebody was like, "This guy's just lying to brag," and I was just like, "Why would I make that?"
Yeah.
Let me tell you what it is. You know what that is? That's people who have never done that and fear that. They fear that altercation.
Well, that's
You
what
know
the guy.
what I mean? You
that's what the
don't
guy
fear it.
said.
You're like, I'm down. Like I do that shit. You know what
The
I mean?
guy-
I said I'll kill you during road rage. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Out the window.
I was pissed off. And dude,
you
and here's the backstory that guy didn't
Alright, don't kill
get.
him.
The night before that, I got my laptop and my camera stolen
Ah.
in that exact same parking lot, and I was already not having a good time. So when I was back in that parking lot, and
He was back in the shit.
I was back in the trenches, dude. I was basically having PTSD.
Yeah.
You went back to
So
the
I
name.
called her a fat pig, and to be
And I see
fair,
no problem with it. Was
I
she a
don't
fat
know-
pig though?
yeah.
Was it an accurate label? That's what matters.
I mean, pig is just a really mean thing to call a lady,
Hilarious.
but was her BMI category obese? Yeah, it was.
It's all. Listen, when you're in a war of words with
okay.
somebody, it's all about making them lose their shit. You gotta fucking.
That's the thing.
It's about winning.
Yeah.
You're in
Yeah,
competition
yeah,
right
yeah.
now.
It
And
truly
you
is.
know,
You just and it's like whenever you're in an argument, especially with a stranger, because if you're in with somebody that you love, that's something that you'll have to like, dude. Like if I called somebody that I knew a fat pig, they would never
Different.
forget it. You
Yeah,
know what I
that's
mean?
crazy.
Like
Context
later
your
on, like
relationship.
we'd be joking around and they'd be like, "But for real though, you think I'm a pig?" Like that
Yeah.
would fuck up the relationship.
That's
I don't know who this bitch is. I'll never see her again in my life. So what you got to do is it's like if you were in a fight to the death, the first person to the jugular fucking wins. So I got to say
That's right.
the meanest thing I can say.
immediately, because now it's like there's no more escalation. We're not
No.
fucking taking this route
Absolutely
up the escalator. You know what I
not.
mean? We're not going
Yeah,
up
you
the
got-
escalator.
Because I'm not going to fight this bitch. I would fucking
Straight
beat
up.
the hell out of her. You know what I mean?
Well,
And,
she's fat. She might eat those punches, dog.
yeah.
Literally and figuratively.
And
Hey.
guess what?
Yeah.
I got the parking spot.
There
So,
it is.
you know, if you
wasn't
win, you
scared to
win.
park there, though?
What?
You weren't scared to park there?
Actually, so
Oh, good point. I
afterwards
didn't think
I
of that.
was. So I was because I was driving my brother's car. He drives an Audi, and he's very proud of it. And I was driving his car, and I was scared as I was walking away. Like she could easily come back and just key every panel of this car. I learned the night before that there were no cameras in the parking lot when I got all my shit stolen, and I don't know who she is. I could hardly identify her. What do I tell the fucking police? Go look for the fattest bitch in Austin, Texas.
You in Austin, baby.
Go look for a really gross lady in a dress.
Go down to the slop factory.
Yeah. Is there a place
Go
where gross women hang out and eat fucking bacon out of a trough?
Yeah, go look at
That's
the
where
local
she'll
watering
be.
hole, the fucking trough.
And if she has a key on her, that's her. Dude,
They're
I'm
gonna put a bunch of big girls in a lineup.
I kind of feel bad.
They fit 2 in the room. They can't get more.
It's like that.
They can only
It's
fit
like
3.
it's-
Wait. Let me do some career work damage control. Listen,
If
big
you're
women,
fat, it's
I ain't
okay.
got nothing wrong with it. You know what I'm saying?
I
love
know.
me some BBWs.
I feel bad, but I do like to imagine that lineup. And you know how they have the height thing on the back, except it's like they're standing on a scale. It's just their weight of a. Okay, but seriously, yeah, damage control because I don't feel
This bitch
necessary. I
She
don't
couldn't go on a
necessarily-
highway.
Josh,
She would break the concrete.
Josh hates fat people,
I hate 'em.
like really openly.
He means it.
I, for the sake of damage control, want you to know that if you're fat and you're listening, it's okay that you're fat.
I just think
Don't do this.
It's gross. no, I'm kidding.
You gotta remember, Josh is from Iowa, or was it Ohio?
Josh is from Iowa, where everybody's fat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's the
I
problem.
escaped the
He
trenches.
just hates his hometown. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Transfer to you people.
Dude, I'm gonna.
Is this foot here okay?
I don't know. Is that good?
Yeah, it's
I'm a
fine.
leg folder.
You're good.
We got a new setup,
Okay.
by the way.
We're having
We got a new
fun.
setup. You might notice the camera all of a sudden looks way better.
You might notice that we have a black guy.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
also new.
This is Jeff.
What the fuck?
Jeff
I
reincarnated.
thought I fucking steer John away from this.
Well, we wanted to keep your shot pure, so I put an acoustic guitar next to you.
That's good.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
good.
yeah.
I can play this. I've
The
never
only
I never used an acoustic guitar, but I
I don't
assume-
think black people are allowed to use acoustic guitars.
what. What's
except for
okay, I don't know
Darius
what. I'm gonna be
Rucker.
honest. I don't know what an acoustic guitar is.
Darius Rucker can.
What's an acoustic?
You know
guitar?
Darius Rucker?
No, nigga.
He's a country singer.
Who the fuck is? I still don't know.
Hey,
who,
that's like the fifth
You know,
Edward we've had on this
wait. You
podcast.
know,
I still wanna know
Wagon
what
Wheel?
an
Doesn't he
acoustic
sing
guitar is.
Wagon Wheel?
He does a remix to it.
Rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel.
Yo,
You hang out
Rock
with
me,
white people, dude.
mama,
Come on,
everywhere.
you've heard
Dude, you live
this.
in Florida. You know this song. I see
Let
your
me-
video.
You listen to house music.
listen. I listen to house music, but
Dumbass.
that's far away from American music. You know what I'm saying?
He listens to house music and like Jadakiss.
Like
Yeah,
it's the
yeah.
90s. And
That's
you're
kind
in
of
a
my.
basement?
That's kind of
you
my
do.
thing. Yeah.
You have
Yeah.
musical taste like the 90s.
You're like
Yeah.
hacking things at like that's like the music sense you have. You're hacking things at night in a basement.
So, Drew,
Dun, 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 dun.
an acoustic guitar is
Yeah, I still want to know what this is.
is like, you know, because we've done many open mics together. You know, at Robot, when like inevitably a white guy would get on stage and sit on the stool, and he had a guitar in his hand, and then he would sing
okay. I know.
"Zombies," like
Yeah.
something like that. It was that.
He goes
It's,
to a Cranberries track.
yes,
In my head.
that's it.
Zombie.
So that
song
it's
goes
just
hard,
that song is the one of the worst songs that's ever been made.
You're lying.
Cranberries?
Dude,
I
that
like that
song's
whole
great.
album.
Yeah, that's a good ass.
I like that whole album.
That's-
I don't know any of their other track lists, and I'm willing to admit to you guys right now that I might be jaded because I've heard some talentless people strum it on an acoustic
It's
guitar
so
at an
good,
open
dude.
mic for 7 minutes
Okay.
while I'm waiting to go up and do important things like talk about cum in my penis. But like, I don't think it's a good song. What vibe are we setting? What vibe? It's not happy vibes. It's not
I
sad
don't think
vibes.
it's-
It's just like weirdly like
sad. It's Irish.
yeah.
It's Irish.
I
And
think
that's the
it's
thing.
bad.
If you're not Irish, it takes away from the beauty of it because her voice was haunting. Listen,
Oh.
I don't know much.
Says our Irish expert. Over
I know, right?
Wait, Tony, a local Irishman.
Yeah.
Listen,
I
I don't know
like the
much.
song.
I don't know much about like white music, but I get super hyper specific. So I would try to find something that I like. I liked Cranberries. I
Okay.
liked Muse. You know what I'm saying? People get upset about that.
I don't.
I don't know what Muse is.
Muse?
I know what Muse is. I don't know if I could name a song.
Yeah, I know of them. Limp Bizkit, I really like. I ain't gonna lie.
So here's the thing.
And Corn as well.
Here's what I.
Boom, ba, ba-dee-da, ba-dee-da. Boom, ba. That shit was crazy.
Yo, that
I'm
scared
like,
the-
oh, you like, oh.
You just scared the
Yeah.
shit out of me, dog.
So here's the thing. Corn, Limp Bizkit. I don't think Corn. I think more Limp Bizkit and Nickelback are these white bands that people love to hate. But we all secretly like their shit, dude.
For real? Because y'all be hating on them for real. I be like, why?
I've never heard
I
corn
kind of,
hate.
No, that's
took
why
it,
I took Corn out.
as
Oh,
a black
just-
guy, a little bit. I looked at Limp Bizkit. I was like, you know why they hate you? Because you trying to
You're
jumping
trying to be
into our
black.
field. You rapping a little bit.
Yeah, you're
They-
borderline
but you
rapping.
You still keeping the rock flavor. But for me, a casual, I was like, this is great. Like, I'm like, oh man, this dude rapping. He ain't bad. He got meth on the track. He got DMX on the album.
Yeah.
I'm like, I fuck with this. You know what I mean? But when I see people who are like, oh, that shit was trash, I kind of go, yeah, you ain't like
You
the
get
rapping,
it.
huh?
I
You ain't
get
like
it.
the- you ain't
Yeah,
like the
you
hip-hop
get.
side.
You didn't
You ain't like the hip hop side, huh, Poppy?
Oh, I get it.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying.
You want to
now.
keep your music
Oh,
pure.
I
Yeah,
see.
yeah, yeah.
Ain't
That makes
wrong with
sense.
that. I feel you.
They're like, what's wrong with the Chili Peppers? You know, just
I miss the good old days.
yeah.
What happened when music was music?
Bob Seger would never rap.
Yeah.
He would never do any of this weird melodic bullshit.
I miss the pocket quarterback. I miss
Yeah.
the stay in the pocket quarterback.
Now we got Mike
Now we
Vick
got
running
running
around
backs
all over
playing
the-
back
Running
there.
across the field, killing
He's,
pit bulls. in
he's
the
throwing
spare
it,
time.
throwing balls left-handed and fighting dogs with his right hand. It's fucking bullshit. Yeah, it's the same. That's exactly what it is.
There it is. Thank you.
It's yeah, it's the same fucking yeah. Yeah, I get what you're saying. That's true.
Now, maybe that's not the case, but you know what I mean?
No, I think you're making a good
No,
case.
I think you made a good
But
point.
I
here's-
don't want to put.
But so
absolute
here's the
proof on
thing:
people.
those same people like Linkin Park. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Linkin Park was great too. Yeah.
What
That-
was
Linkin Park was
That
good.
never made sense to me. So what? Yeah, because Linkin Park was doing the same thing, but Limp Bizkit got more flack. I think it's because he wore his hat backwards.
I think it.
I think you're right, dude. I
I think it's because he
you're-
wore his hat
I
backwards.
think
White
you're
people don't like that shit. They think you a troublemaker.
White people.
That's
He was
the
not
hood. That's the hoodie. That's the hoodie for y'all. Hat backwards.
Oh fuck.
I think white
Who-
people don't
who
like when you
did you
accessorize clothes. Pull your pants up and wear your hat straight
Or
forward.
conformity.
You know what? I'll just do this just for you.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
Actually, I don't even like that I have a hat on.
No, you can't.
Yeah, he's been doing hat on the podcast. all
I'm
of a
just.
sudden.
This is only the second time that I've done it. I'm just tired of doing my hair.
Yeah, I get you.
That's all it
I
is.
get you. It's a good look. It's a new look.
I'm
A new
trying
look is
to
always
embrace
good.
something. I've been golfing more, so I wear hats more.
What's up with that? Why you be golfing?
It's addicting, dude.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's crazy. I'm in. And here's the deal. I'm not like out here trying to convince anybody that golf is like rad. You know what I mean? I'm not like, no, it's a really cool thing to do.
Do they know
I
that
gotta.
you're doing it sober?
Yeah.
That's what's crazy about it.
That is the crazy part because
Yeah.
for a lot of people, I would say for about a third of the golf population, they don't care about the sport at all. They see it as a way to get out for 4 hours on a weekend and get blackout drunk in the sun without their wives around.
That's what I would think.
Mm-hmm.
And I get
The
that.
appeal.
And that is the best way to convince. If you have a buddy
Not
that
just
you
without your wives, by the way, without women around. All
Yeah,
boys-
just in general.
all boys
yeah.
on the field.
the only woman that comes around is usually a cute early to mid 20s blonde girl who's trying to sell you more alcohol. That's the cart girl. And what do old white men love more than just like borderline sexually assaulting a girl who's selling them liquor? That's what they like. Not me. I don't like that.
You know what? I ain't gonna lie. I've hung out with those old white men.
Of course.
It's a fine art. It's a fine art. I'm just like, man, you sexually assaulted her, but she came away with $300.
Yeah, yeah.
Like it's an exchange of
It's
what
a
they
keep you-
call pleasantries.
Yeah?
And what she calls pigs doing. What
Well,
you know what
yeah,
I mean?
that's the thing.
It's a
Is
weird
it's
thing.
all a balance of what are you willing to put up with in order to make money? Because there's levels to it, right? You can be a bartender and you can tend bar, and you can be a good bartender. You can kind of flirt with the guys who are buying you drinks, and they might tip you more.
That's true.
Or you can be a stripper, and you can put up with a lot more and make a lot more money, right?
A lot more money.
Mm.
And then
And listen, there's tiers to strippers.
there's
the
tiers
ones
to
who
stripping.
Will fucking suck in the champagne room.
one of my boys
there's
told
ones who
me,
don't.
he was like, dude, it doesn't matter
Mm.
how nice the strip club is. There's a stripper in there who for $1,000 will do what you want.
Word.
And
Yeah,
I'm like,
man.
damn, I didn't know that. Like, I thought there was like tiers to it, right? Like, I thought there was like, there's the stripper that I used to buy my heroin from in Oklahoma City. I'd imagine she'd suck a dick for a couple $100. Probably less,
That's
honestly.
That's a heavy sentence followed by a heavier one.
Hey, it's just the
Jesus.
truth. Where is she at? I don't know. But she's probably not doing good, but she. That's the truth, you know? So there's that.
In a
That's
wholesome
like
way.
the stereotypical of like what you think of. And then like, dude, this is gonna sound like I'm just like believing a lie. There are the girls who are like empowered by it, don't care at all, and make hand over fucking fist. Don't do any of that shit. Learned how to shake one cheek at a time and just fucking take people's money.
Word.
That shit's tight. And then there's the people who suck dicks in the champagne room. And those people
There's-
might be making
there's-
even
there's the
more
art.
money.
There's an art to stripping because there are women that are out there traveling the country,
100%.
across, you know what I mean, across the country, making
Yeah.
crazy bank.
It is funny
And
that
they just
strippers
fuck-
go on tour. You
Come
can-
see me in your city.
No, for real. For real, dude. That's a real thing.
I'll be at Blue Jasmine tomorrow night.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's two circuits. There's like the rock bar circuit and the hip hop circuit.
yeah, yeah. There's
know.
Or if it was 1955, we would call it the normal circuit versus chitlin circuit. That's what they would call it. Like I wonder.
I don't know if
there's
that's a
two
word.
circuits.
You think that's a word we're allowed to say?
no, I'm not
No,
gonna
you ain't
repeat
allowed
it.
to say chitlin, even if you eating it. Shut up.
Oh, shit. That's what you said. I didn't know
Chitlin,
you said.
What you thought I said?
I didn't know what you said, and since you were saying it, and you were, I didn't want to repeat. I know what chitlins are. I've had that. I've eaten that. It's just basically the innards of a chicken. It's basically the cheapest part of the cheapest fowl that you can eat.
Slave.
Have you
food.
have you ever had
I
duck?
would never say that. Have you ever
Huh?
had duck?
Have you had duck?
No.
I've never had duck either.
No, I've had duck.
Like Peking duck and shit?
No, I had it
Chinese
at
shit?
I love the Chinese buffets.
Don't eat duck at a buffet.
Oh man, I eat the sushi at the buffet, dog.
Sushi's different.
Why?
I don't know.
It's raw at a Chinese buffet.
You're making a really great point.
You
I don't know
understand
now that I said it out loud. Most of the Chinese sushi buffet is like fake crab and shit though, and that shit doesn't even
No,
expire.
they got some salmon and some tuna.
I wouldn't eat salmon. I wouldn't eat
I
salmon.
eat the raw. I eat the raw shit. I got the gastrointestinal fortitude. That's
Yeah, it's from all
That's the
your
difference.
fucking cayenne pepper drinks and
You
shit.
do
Yeah.
jujitsu.
Say again.
You do
Damn,
jujitsu.
dude, let us have a
Yeah.
talk before.
No, I know, but he was
Yeah.
talking about
Yeah.
the diet thing.
But
you do jujitsu.
Wait, one second. I have a note
such
here.
an
Wait, one
insanely-
second. One
It
second.
was such a cutting.
It was
I
such
have
an
a-
insanely
I have a question
autistic
about
way
you.
to be like, you do jujitsu.
I have a
It
question.
wasn't even a question.
There was and there was no and there was also no
Hey,
context for him to
Let me
get in there.
Let me
We're
ask
talking
a question.
about sushi, raw
Oh,
sushi.
I have a question for you.
He
up?
went, do you eat duck? We eat sushi. And then he went, you do jujitsu. I was like,
Wait,
you might
here's
have
the question.
skipped
I felt
a
like
video, dude.
It
I
says
felt like I
here.
was watching the last Star Wars movie, nigga.
Okay.
The third one with Ray.
I don't know what you're talking
The
about.
plot.
It
the
says
plot is-
here,
that's how terrible-
You're the weirdest black guy I know.
Yeah, it says
The only
here
black guy
that
you know.
you are black.
Yes.
No, you're
Why?
not the only black guy I know.
Why?
All right. Wait, say again.
Why?
Why? No origins.
Is
How come?
that
I try to take the question seriously, but it's tough, just because it's
no, fucking, no,
reality.
don't answer it.
Reality.
I was
It's-
fucking around.
You know what I like to do? I like to strip away your sarcasm and take you seriously and watch you just crumble a little.
No,
does
dude,
just-
don't do that. I panic.
I know
It
you do.
does
You're like,
make
I'm fucking around, dude.
I wanted
it
to hear
does
about-
make it really uncomfortable when you're like trying to make like a funny like joke that has to do with race and then somebody just takes it really
Yeah.
seriously.
Oh, dude.
It's called Joe Roganing. I Joe Roganed you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He does do that
He
a
does do
lot,
that.
dude.
It's fucking hilarious.
I'll watch comics on there try to make a joke and then he's like, "Wait, why did you think that?" Like, what?
Dude, I've talked about this a couple times on this podcast, but one time I did a couple military podcasts when I first started doing the podcast thing.
Man, that's tough.
Dog, I would fucking say like I would make jokes and they would be like, the questions would be dog shit. They would be like, they'd have me on and be like, so how has the military really helped you transition into
Oh.
doing stand up? And I would be like, what? It's real easy now that I know how to. I don't. It's
Well,
just-
I used to kill people and now I kill on stage.
Yeah.
Hey.
And then they'd
I have
ask you-
PTSD.
There, one guy would, dude. I did one guy. I did one, and he just kept talking about like, dude. This is a different thing too, because he hit us up about another thing. But this one guy goes like, this one guy was like,
so many tangents.
he was like,
bring up one thing at a time.
he was like, how do you respond to? He kept as I would make a joke, he would go, yeah, woke mob's gonna come for us now, and I'm like, what are we doing, dude? No, dude.
No.
I hate that because that's another thing. It's almost like a different version of taking a white guy's joke about race and being serious about it.
Yeah.
Is letting comics just be comics and then being the guy who's like, huh, oh, don't talk about that. You're gonna get us canceled.
You're
And
gonna
it's
get
like,
us
oh,
canceled.
dude,
And
no.
it's like, yo, bro,
Dude.
listen, my job is to take no sides. I don't use.
Yeah, dude, I don't
use
care.
those
bro.
buzzwords.
I don't
You know what
care.
I mean?
I don't care.
Yeah, and it's like I'm not trying to be some edgelord here.
Yeah.
I just, what my black friend's gonna be on my podcast. I'm not gonna talk about him being black.
Yeah.
No, you gotta.
It was funny when you walked in. You did have the glasses on, an afro, or a pick in your afro, and you
Yeah,
were
no.
walking in. I was like, God damn.
I'm like, yo, I woke up at 12 and you texted me.
Yeah.
Fuck. All right. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna be there.
What did you do last night that you were up at 12?
Yeah, what
my,
did you
my
do?
sleep
last night?
schedule is fucked.
Yeah?
Okay.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
sleep schedule is fucked. I'm going through a hard time with the sleep schedule.
Yeah,
I need to
ketamine is a
fix it.
sedative, but it doesn't necessarily make you get into good
Do you-
REM sleep.
Do you
Yeah.
do ketamine a lot?
No, I don't.
I just like to say that because
Oh.
he
Yeah,
has
no,
done it.
I like ketamine, but it's expensive.
Mm.
Listen, I don't do drugs unless they're free. I'm that guy.
Yeah.
I go to the spots where everybody knows me.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
if my ketamine friend's there, I'm like, hey man.
Yeah, I've
and
been
we
to
hang
Bruiser
out, and
before.
then he-
No, I'm joking.
No, it's Patank. It's Patank. That's
But
right.
yeah, yeah, it is.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
why
let's
the show's.
not
Yeah,
treat that.
okay.
Yeah, let's not talk about it.
We
as if-
won't. We will
It's a
not.
bar. It's a nice bar. There's a bunch of bars I go to where people do drugs, and
Of course.
they let me do their drugs for free.
What's the hardest drug you've done?
Hardest?
Yeah.
Oh man, I've only really done ecstasy. I'm an upper guy, so
Yeah, yeah.
ecstasy,
Coke.
coke, ketamine. Even though ketamine's not really, it's a disassociative, but it's still like
Yeah.
if you just do a bump, it's cool. Don't just
Yeah.
I don't do the whole
I've done a lot.
yeah.
It's a lot.
ketamine.
So you do jujitsu?
Tusi.
Stop. Wait, what were you about to say?
Tusi.
Tuesday.
That's probably
Okay,
the hardest
okay,
one.
What
so-
is that?
So I was actually
That's probably the hardest.
this has come across this has come into my like world 2 times. So I was in Miami. It was when I was featuring for Che Durena, who's like kind of like a party guy, or at least that's how his fans think he is. And somebody was like trying to offer him Tootsie.
Oh, nice.
And I don't know what it is, and nobody can tell me. And then it came. I was just in LA this week, and somebody was talking about it, and I was like, "That's big in Miami, I hear.
Mm-hmm.
What is it?" And nobody knows.
It's because it's a designer drug,
Right.
Like, so you don't know what the guys. Some people are heavy ketamine on their Tootsie. Some people are heavy Molly. Some people are, you know what I mean. And I think it's It's LSD.
I don't know.
I think it's LSD, Molly, and Ket.
Oh,
And
so it's
that's
like
me
everything
just
combined?
guessing.
So
Don't
so it's
quote
like
me.
a combination of like rave drugs, kind of like a upper drug, not like because there was a big time like back when I was getting high where like designer drugs were all like these like chemical things that were supposed to be like other things. Like it was supposed to be like Molly, which is where you get like bath salts from.
Yeah,
It was supposed to be like weed, so it's like K2 and all that shit.
Yes.
And then it started getting into where like this is like acid or this is like mushrooms, and it would just be like I've done real acid and it's nice and it can be soothing and you get the visuals and it's very nice. And then like people would be like, this is acid, but really it's 2CI3 or whatever it is. And it's the most insanely intense, like your walls are closing in, like it's all that shit.
Shit.
But now that sounds nice.
The synthetic acid.
It's a fun party drug.
Does it not scare you though? Because like here's the deal, like
Oh,
I-
so scary.
I was never-
I don't.
I was never scared, bro. Like when I was doing drugs, but that's because I was like a severe drug addict. Like I'm doing heroin, and my mom would like clip out like news articles about fentanyl overdoses and leave them in my like come to my house and leave them on my
then
doorstep.
he'd roll 'em up
Jesus
and
Christ.
Yeah,
Real line.
yeah, like for real. And so like that shit didn't scare me for whatever reason, right?
Yeah.
But now it's like you can just be like a casual like do a bump of coke and it could have fentanyl in it and you
That's
could
true.
die.
That's
Which is
you
why
use other people's coke. And you
I was
have
about to
it.
say,
Yeah,
which
yeah,
is
Like a
why
big
you
thing.
watch them do it first.
Yeah. No.
Kids at home, people will try to say you should buy a drug testing kit. Those are too expensive. You're already spending your money on drugs. So what you need to do is have a friend around. Friend is a loose term. Have an acquaintance that you don't really care about around
That's right.
and be like, you want to do a bump? I already did it. It's really good. You didn't actually do it.
True.
You're giving them the first bump, and you just hope to God that they don't die. But if they do, at least it wasn't you.
Wait 30 minutes.
Don't wait 30 minutes. Fentanyl will kill them in 2.
Oh,
so
for real?
it'll be fine. Yeah. Well, that's the problem with fentanyl. And I mean, that was
by the
kind
way,
of
I
like
want
a
to say
joke.
I
but like,
love that just the way you put it out there. It's
Yeah.
beautiful. You know what I mean?
PSA.
Basically, you said a drug testing kit made flesh. That's what you're doing.
Yeah,
right there.
Yeah.
yeah.
And it's
The drug. We call him Kenny, but you know,
You know,
can,
yeah,
there's a
yeah.
you can get him at CVS.
So yeah, I mean, fentanyl, that's the thing with fentanyl is
2 minutes.
like if you overdose on heroin, I'll forget the exact not like times, but like if you were to overdose on heroin and somebody was there with you and they called an ambulance, I think you have roughly 20 minutes something like that before your body starts to like shut down and you die.
Shit.
Fentanyl, you have like 2. So if you overdose on fentanyl, unless somebody has Narcan, and you better hope it's enough Narcan,
Gotta have a
or
I was gonna say.
What'd you say?
say that.
Matt Griffin. You remember that girl OD'd at my open mic? We're not
What?
gonna say the place.
Yes.
You're not gonna say the
No,
place.
that
No,
dude.
I
that
won't.
dude
Yeah.
OD'd in fucking Matt Griffin.
whoa, okay, wait.
chick. Yeah.
How did I not hear about this?
This was like a while ago.
Yeah, this was a while ago, but I think it just.
I mean, I hate your open mic, which is why I wasn't there.
No wonder I
appropriate.
didn't hear about it. I
That's
fucking don't go to that shit.
I would
but-
never. go
So
there.
a girl overdosed,
A girl overdosed. Yeah.
and then a comic
had Narcan.
had
And a
Narcan.
yeah,
Good. I
comic
have
Narcan.
I have Narcan in here. I always
Oh,
have
for
Narcan.
real?
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah, I have it in my car. Yeah.
All right.
I've had to Narcan somebody. Have I
It's-
ever told that story on
No,
here?
what, dude?
You
No.
Narcan somebody?
Yeah,
Like
so
Pulp
It
Fiction
was
'em?
when I was sober. So the thing with Narcan now It's not like back then. That is legitimately how they would do it. Is you would have to stab adrenaline into somebody, and I mean, somebody if
into
they
their heart,
watch
right?
this, they might go, "This isn't right." But like,
Yeah.
the Pulp Fiction is obviously a very dramatized version of that. But yeah, so now they have Narcan, and Narcan at one point was almost like an EpiPen where you just jab it in somebody. But now they have a nasal spray because, as you know, being a recreational drug user, the nasal cavities get it in there pretty quick.
It's like a smelling salt for football when you like.
It is, except
Okay.
it's
crazy.
It's got an actual drug that will reverse the effects of opiates. So it's not.
It's not your coach doing this and go fucking get a tackle.
No, but straight up,
pussy.
dude. Smelling
Make
salts
a play.
smelling salts are rad, dude.
They're
smelling
so
salts are
sick,
amazing.
dude.
So,
I-
yeah.
Isn't that what? So is a popper a smelling salt?
No. So I'll talk about that
Popper?
after. So I hardly
Hardly
know
know
her.
her.
So I was driving. This was when I lived in my last place, and so I've been sober for a while. I was driving out of my neighborhood, and I saw a car parked, and I like kind of had to like drive around them, and there was like people crowded around the car, and when I drove around it, I saw what I thought looked like a guy like nodded out at the wheel, and I'm driving down the street, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I was like, I feel like I should go back. So I did a U-turn. I went back. I pulled up, and I was like, what's going on? And they were like, this guy's just out of it. And and I could see fucking needles in his cup holder and shit. But his car was locked because he was driving. He wasn't in park. He was at he was at a stop sign that was about to go into like a pretty big street. And he just had his foot on the brake because he'd stopped there and then nodded out. So I run back to my house. I get my Narcan. It's like a block away. And I come back, and these people are trying to get in the car, and they can't. This lady who, I mean, couldn't have been 120 pounds soaking wet, elbows the window and breaks the fucking car window with her elbow. They reach in. This is as I'm pulling back up. They reach in, open it. So I get in. I throw the car in park, and then I have to lift this dude's head. I have to grab his hair and pull his head back. And I Narcan him, and he starts. You start coming back like that, and yeah,
Like a Call of Duty Revite.
it's a revive.
Revive. Yeah.
But yeah, it is. You start coming back pretty quick if it's enough Narcan. If you are really that's the problem with fentanyl is sometimes they hit people with like 3 or 4 things of Narcan. It's just not enough.
What does it do though? Does it just like spike up your? Because what is fentanyl slowing down your heart rate and then the Narcan speeds it up? Is that what's happening?
No. It completely reverses the effects of the drug. So if I was to take a fistful of Oxy right now and then I started to overdose and you Narcaned me, I would come out of it and I wouldn't be high. So I went to rehab you have to use your microphone. I went to rehab. He's so enthralled by the story.
Yeah.
I went to rehab with a fire. I was in rehab with a firefighter.
Like, drug stories are crazy, nigga, because this ain't the side I've,
this
chase
is
the Red Dragon. I don't chase
This
it.
is the dark side of it.
That's a good Red Dragon. And I go back home and
it completely. So I guess what happens. I don't know if I could be wrong. Your opiate receptors, basically an opiate attaches yourself to to the opiate receptors in your brain, and when you take Narcan, it basically strips all that out. So you're not high anymore. So the guy I went to rehab with was a first responder, and he said he had to Narcan people all the time. He was a meth addict, but
what
so
is this world?
it's wild, dude. You never know who's showing up at your doorstep, brother. It's crazy. And he said all the time they'd Narcan people who were gonna die, and they would wake up and be furious that they Narcan them because they're not high anymore now, So
crazy.
Yeah, dude. So
That's how you feel about your life being
That
saved.
yeah.
That's
It's
how hard you're chasing the high. You're like,
Yeah.
you should have let me die, nigga. I was
on
on the precipice.
I was about to break through.
Crescendoing.
I had such a good nod. I was hardly even breathing. Yeah, that's real shit, though. It's crazy.
You just getting blue balled, but you're about to. If it's just you dying.
Yeah.
That's all that's happening.
Well, dude, as a drug addict, all we want is to be hot. That's all we want. And then you and it's hard. At a certain point, usually the point when you start overdosing frequently enough to get Narcan is it's hard to like scrap together the money to get high enough to not out. Like, you know what I like?
Word.
It's not
yeah,
just
yeah.
like, oh, I got paid and I'll have plenty
Yeah.
of money to get high the next 2 weeks. It's like
'Cause you ain't need to do that anymore.
I stole a jean jacket that was worth $10 and I stole like it's
I
you
stole
know
a camera
I
and
stole
laptop.
I stole a camera and laptop from a
From a guy
guy's
in,
trunk
in Austin,
I
Texas.
remember I had a conversation with also a rehab guy, comic, and I was telling him, oh, I got a little coke hangover. I got like dopamine's out. I feel, I don't want to really talk. Anxiety's starting to creep in. He's like, that's crazy. He's like, because I would just do another drug to get rid of those feelings.
Of course, yeah,
Like,
yeah,
fuck. He's like, yeah, that's the difference between us.
100%,
You
dude.
deal with it. He's like, me, I gotta chase it. Keep chasing. I'm like, that's
Was it my previous podcast host? Who was it?
previous podcast host.
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
yeah, for sure.
It was Danny. I mean, we.
Yeah,
they-
yeah,
I
we
don't-
mentioned him before.
I don't
you
think
know.
I don't think he would care. But either way,
I don't
yeah.
like saying names
But-
because then people don't know who it is.
No,
so it's better
true.
to just
But
give
that's
them
the
up.
truth is like for me like I'll tell people sometimes that I did like coke and heroin together and they're like, that seems like it's not good because it's like an upper and a downer that's bad for your heart. It's like, yeah, but the downer makes me sleepy, so I gotta be up too. Like, you know what I mean? And then like when I would do coke, I would, but like I preferred not to do coke without Xanax. And because it's like
yeah, I ain't never done it.
do a lot of coke, I get a little fucking
Just
jittery,
can't weed,
whatever.
you just don't do weed,
And
you
then
just
weed
don't
doesn't
do
have any effect when I'm doing coke, unless I'm
Oh, for real?
sprinkling coke on
How
top
much
of
coke
it
are you
and
doing?
smoke. I would do
I've
if,
done that before. That's
if
like one of
I
the
was
cool
gonna
things.
do coke.
It's good.
It is good.
It's
Yeah.
cool.
It's basically
Your face is
freebasing,
like,
just so you know.
Yeah, no, it's
Um,
terrible. I've done it once. I was
It's
like,
really
I've done
bad for you.
coke
I
too,
did it
though.
every time I did coke. If I was gonna
God
do
damn.
if I was gonna do coke, I would buy an 8-ball for a night.
Oh no, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm doing 6 bumps.
Yeah, see, that's
you
the
know what?
thing.
I think maybe I don't do drugs.
Yeah.
Tell me that. He's like, you gotta stop telling people that you do coke. He's like, you don't do coke. You do
Yeah.
baby bumps, and then you're like,
Well, so,
I'm
like,
a cokehead.
I'm
You're
gonna take
not
my
a
shirt
cokehead.
off.
So like
I
here's
apologize to all the, you know what I mean?
Here's the
out
deal
there who really
is
struggling out.
I have friends back home in Oklahoma who I used to do drugs with, and they're normal drug users like you. Like they just can do it, and like they'll be like 5 of them, and they'll have 1 gram of coke, and they will
That's all you need.
split it all night doing tiny little key bumps. I've never one time in my life done coke like that ever.
That's.
I don't do little bumps. I've
There's
never.
levels to this shit.
He's like a guy who
He's
smells the
Kendrick
pie.
Lamaring
and-
me right
yeah,
now.
Yeah,
He's Kendrick Lamaring me.
For
right
real,
now. He
bro,
said there's
like-
levels.
I have never, and I might be speaking dramatically now. I can't think of a time where I've ever just done like a key bump of cocaine. Like I'll do like lines of cocaine. That's what I want to do, you know.
Yeah.
And sometimes I would share a little bit of the 8-ball because you don't want to be the only guy on coke. You know
Yeah,
what
no,
I mean? It's like, I want somebody.
You
I've
can't
bit.
start that business. by
Yeah, you gotta have
Exactly.
you gotta have somebody test it first. you know?
I'm that second guy. I look for that guy.
I got business plans that I
Yeah,
need to
yeah,
lay out for
yeah,
somebody.
yeah.
You know?
We gotta
We
get
gotta do this
investors.
together. Come on,
We gotta open
shareholders.
up a water slide park right next to the ocean. You can slide into the ocean. Nobody's done it before. It'll work,
That's
dude.
exactly it.
That's
exactly
a very
it.
good coke plan, by the way.
Yeah.
Mauled by that.
Bro,
I would be
I
into
actually
it.
am not even on coke. I think that's a great idea.
No,
Yeah, bro.
if
I'm
you
like,
take this,
slide
I'm
into
killing
the
you.
ocean. I'm like, the permits are the problem. You know that, right?
I got a permit, guy. My friend's dad is in city council. He'll slide it through.
The permits are the problem. That's hilarious. Yeah.
There's always that's like a good bit. There's like 3 people in a coke party. There's the idea guy, there's the logistics guy, and then there's just there's the guy that you have test everything.
He's like, I'm around, you know?
Yeah.
One guy in this.
Gotta talk into
Gotta
the
talk
mic.
into the microphone. That's
We're
right.
on a podcast.
That's
Drew,
right.
Drew doesn't podcast much.
I used to podcast a lot with Sean Mullins back in the day.
Oh, that's not podcasting,
yeah, that's,
dude.
you know, Sean, you know?
Yeah, God bless him. But
Yeah,
yeah,
it's been a while.
it's yeah, that's how I did coke, bro. And then I would wake up, I would feel like shit. So like painkillers and Xanax are the best as far as like getting rid of that feeling. Cause that's all it ever is always balancing out how you feel with another drug. And then sometimes you got to go to work, so you take Adderall. You know, there's all
God
there's
damn.
all the.
I
There's
ain't
all
like
the
Adderall,
things, dude.
man. I did it once.
I hated Adderall.
It
I
was,
did
it's
it all
too
the
much
time,
anxiety at the end of it. I'm like, this rebound sucks.
bro. I
Let's
used to.
like keep doing Adderall.
Leo, is he in a shot? Now he is. Okay, you gotta scoot back.
Oh, I got to school back?
Yeah.
Oh, I've been like this for a
Um,
while, though, nigga.
Scoot back. It's okay. Yeah, Adderall, dude. Adderall was crazy because I hated the way it made me feel. I didn't really like uppers. I liked cocaine because if I mixed it with other shit, I liked the euphoria from it. And Molly was fine for a while, and then it got like not good. But like whatever. And Adderall, I hated. Adderall was all the things I hated about cocaine for like 8 hours. Yeah. You know what I mean? But would I do it all day? Yeah, sure. That's the thing. See, that's the thing. That's the difference between like me and a normal person is like if I gave Josh an Adderall right now, he might be like, I hate the way this makes me feel. I have a panic attack and I think it's triggering my schizophrenia. And then he would just not do it again. So like I would have to go to work while I was getting high and I would snort an Adderall before work and I would be like, that'll be enough to keep you through. You'll be fine. And then I would snort another one halfway through the first half of my shift. And then at lunch, I would do more. And then I would be like, if you stop right now, by the time you get home tonight, you'll be fine. You'll be able to go to sleep. Because I hated, like, some things that, like, tweakers and people who like that shit, they love.
You hear the nigga schedule? You hear the nigga drug schedule?
Just wait. I'm not even done. Some tweakers love being up all night and shit. I lived with a girl who I didn't want to know that I was on drugs.
That's where they find Cadillac converters in the night. They gotta go on. They gotta go look.
Cadillac converter business off the ground.
Catalytic. Okay.
Oh, fuck you, guy.
If you're gonna sell it, you gotta know what it's called.
Got me some Cadillac converters.
They rob you. Yeah. Yeah.
You stealing Transformers?
They convert
wires.
from Cadillacs to humanoid creatures.
We will circle back, but now that we're on Transformers, one time when I was with my friend.
What the fuck?
No.
We'll circle back. I know you're halfway through a story, but I want to talk about Transformers.
We were doing
crazy,
when
bro.
I was 14. Well, I don't know if I should legally tell this. What's the statute? Can you Google statute of limitations?
Statute of limitations? 14. What are you?
Yeah, where I was.
now?
Yeah, I'm fucking 29 or 28. So my buddy threw a fucking rock. I didn't do it. My buddy. He threw a rock in the air on a transformer that was kind of low, and it exploded.
Fuck.
And it caused a fire. And 3 people died.
Like a significant fire?
No, I'm just kidding.
What we talking?
No, it did explode though.
Jesus.
Nothing. It went. Poof, and then we ran.
You ain't gotta worry about the statute of limitations. Don't nobody care.
Yeah, you're right.
You think they're gonna track you? You think
I don't know. To the FBI, dude. I look at weird shit
you
sometimes.
Think, no way. You think there's a detective
who's like, I'm gonna find.
Yeah, you just wait. No, I would like to paint a picture.
It's a cold case that's been haunting it.
This cost me my marriage.
He's got heartburn and indigestion from all the cups of coffee he's drank while looking over the case files of this exploding transformer
at the Lime Creek Nature Center
in Mason City, Iowa. All night he stays up. Yeah, it's ruined his marriage. It's ruined his job, honestly. He hasn't been able to solve another case for 12 years.
You got to get off this. No.
Yeah.
No. He's got the rock on his
They
mantle.
can't be.
Yeah. The rock. He's got the rock, and then he's got a photo of the rock, and he's like, "There's something here." The Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
So crazy, dude. You're fine, bro.
Oh, don't worry about it, man. Fucking, it is a terrible thing to do, though.
I didn't do it.
That's living in taking responsibility.
It wasn't me, dude.
I mean,
I'll snitch right now.
Tell your friend not to throw the rock over. You know,
well, I look up and he's doing it, and I'm like, yeah, it's kind of funny. You know, it's like
you're an accomplice.
Yeah.
If somebody did that now, I'd be like, stupid.
Yeah.
As an adult,
my anxiety doesn't let crimes happen in front of me. I run.
You run?
One time I tackled my friend, got into a fight with this dude. This dude punched my friend in the face like twice. My friend starts beating the shit out of the guy, and then I break up the fight because my friend's on top of him, and then I break it up, and then we start running away, and the dude comes up and punches my friend again, and then my friend turns and hits him in the face, like again the guy falls down, and then I push my friend away, and then I look up and I see on camera me pushing my friend away after he punched a guy, and then I had a panic attack about it for like a month. I was like, they're gonna think that I did it. They're just gonna see a guy fall down, and they're gonna see my face.
No, nigga. Okay, shit.
That's my brain. That's how my brain works.
That's a lot because it's on camera the whole thing. So Unless
but
it
I
was started
noticed the
recording
camera. I
moment
noticed
after.
I noticed the camera as the guy fell, and I was like, coming into frame is what I thought happened. I don't know what I don't even know what the
man.
surveillance camera looks like. I don't know
Yeah.
any of this. It could have been a fucking bum camera.
Got
So-
some
But that's how my
paranoia.
brain works.
That's
Here's the
schizophrenia you
thing.
talk
Yeah.
about.
So this is what you're not as.
My uncle had schizophrenia.
I know that
And I
you
think about it all
have
the
been
time.
around Josh a lot, like out at like shows and stuff. But
Yeah.
like this is
This is me.
This is what it is.
the level of paranoia. He basically operates at a level of paranoia that like anybody who's ever eaten too much weed operates on like all the time.
Word. Okay.
Where
Yeah.
It's that
Like,
inner,
all, like-
inner monologue.
It
Yeah.
keeps him funny though.
Yeah, what I'll do is I shot a pellet gun the other day. This is another fun one. I shot I shot a pellet gun, and I thought I was shooting at iguanas. We got so many of those little fuckers, dude. I kill those motherfuckers. And I was shooting iguanas, and I went and I shot, and went back inside everything. I missed the fucking iguana, and then I'm laying down that night, and I think to myself, what if when you shot the pellet gun, it went through the cracks of the fence into the neighbor's yard, and you like hit the neighbor in the throat, and he's dead back there. And then you know what I did at 9 o'clock at night, or not 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night. I went to my backyard. I turned my flashlight on. I jumped up and I looked to see if there was a dead person in the backyard.
That's a lot, man.
OCD, baby. I got
That's
OCD.
a
That's
Wow.
crazy.
It's
bro.
OCD.
Cracks. The fact that he think the pellet gun
That's
got
crazy.
enough velocity to cross the street, nigga, enter into the neighbor's yard. How
I know.
many? Does the neighbor park his car in his yard? Does he have a driveway?
Yeah.
What?
You see what I'm saying? There's so many things that could stop. That's all right.
That's just I have OCD.
You living in Final Destination.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, that's
Yeah.
exactly what
You
it
in the
is.
middle of the movie
I was-
always, nigga.
yeah,
It's never
dude.
an ending.
You don't
just
have-
dodging.
You don't
He's
get
dodging
anxiety?
death
You don't
traps.
have anything?
What?
Well,
You don't have anxiety about anything?
black people.
I
don't
got
get
anxiety, but my anxiety is more like it's real in the moment. My anxiety comes in the form of if you're talking, I'm not paying attention to you.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? I'm just like, oh, it's hard for me to pay attention to this person. I'm like, oh yeah, my anxiety's up. I don't have focus. You know what I
But
mean?
like, what gets
My-
you anxious though?
That
I don't
doesn't
get it. I
sound
don't
like
What gets
understand.
me
anxiety.
anxious?
Here's the deal.
It's hard, man, because I train jujitsu. So
You train jujitsu?
yeah,
Shut the
there it is. It's if we're talking real anxiety, that's where you gotta go. Then you'll see me anxious, cause I'm that guy who's like, oh, I don't want to get tired. I'm like, I'm avoiding this nigga. Yo, Drew. Hey, yo, Drew. I'm like, I gotta go to the bathroom, nigga. I come outside. I'm like, all right, yo, 40-year-old blue belt, nigga, come here. Let me holler at you.
Because you don't want to get choked out. In a
I
room
don't,
full
no,
of
it's not about the
people.
getting choked out. I just don't like I hate getting tired. I hate
Okay.
getting tired.
So
if-
your anxiety is
That's why
that
he
you
does-
work too hard.
That's why it is coke.
it's man, I've had panic. I had panic attacks on the mat. Like if you pass,
Really?
my guard is good. So if you
Interesting.
pass me and you pin me, if I get pinned, oh man,
It's
I'm
like the
fucking
lack of
freaking out.
it's the lack of
Like I'm
control.
gonna die. I don't get
Huh.
pinned that often. You know what I mean?
Lack
Well,
of control.
It almost sounds like an ego thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it
an
almost
ego
sounds.
thing.
Yeah,
like,
that's what
100%.
everybody else says. I think it's
probably
an ego thing.
it's
okay,
probably
do
an
you
ego
think-
thing. It's probably also a biological response to like being
how-
threatened, your life feeling threatened in that moment.
Yeah.
for
I start
sure.
thinking ahead. I'm like, oh man,
What-
this guy's gonna beat me in front
The
of everybody.
short answer to your question is he does not get anxiety.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
you
yeah,
do.
yeah. You
Yeah,
don't
I
ever
don't
think
get-
about
I
like if
don't get
people
that.
hate you.
No, like I gotta. My side view mirror's missing, and I don't have windshield wipers. I use rain.
Yeah, your car's a piece of shit.
That's
Yeah,
cra-
no,
well, that
I-
just, I don't know how that
I
correlates
have a
with your
video.
anxiety.
No, you can't. Yeah,
he doesn't care about what other people think.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
that's also the
oh.
lack of anxiety.
Do
It's
you-
great.
Do you? Okay, so what level of your jiu-jitsu? What level?
I got to brown and then I quit.
Okay, so brown. That's like
Fitting.
is that a below black? One below
That's right
black?
below. Yeah.
Fitting
Yeah.
because
Very
he's
fitting.
brown.
Ah, you
Hey,
see? That
yes.
was one of the reasons I did it. No, not really.
Okay, hey.
I was
So
just
with
like,
with that training,
mhm.
could we both fuck you up right now at the same time if we had to fight
if you both,
Yeah,
Matt's big.
Yeah.
yeah, I am.
This is listen. If we were out in the street, I wouldn't worry because there's so much space. But here, I'm like, I gotta avoid Matt's size. So this is what would happen if you guys did not. Oh, no foot, foot down.
oh,
yeah.
Okay.
No, it's fine. It's fine. If we're in this setting, it's bad because there's so
The
much.
setting
things.
matters.
The setting definitely matters.
Okay.
Oh,
This
but
is how my
space.
brain works.
Bro, if you're in a bar fight and you see a guy this size,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
don't fight him in the bar. You say, hey, let's go outside.
I think that's
where I
why
can
I've never
continue to
gotten
back
in a
up.
fight. I
Mm.
think people don't want to find out if I can fight.
No, you're
Yeah,
too
you're a
big.
big guy. Big guy.
You're too big. You're
I've
too
never,
big, you're
I've literally
wide.
never been in one fight.
Bro, what you know what a fight for you could be, to be honest? You could just grab a guy and then walk forward as fast as you can
Yeah.
until
yeah.
they fall over. And you
100%.
just land on top of them and go, are you done?
100%. 100%.
Dude,
Are you
that's such a
done?
good. That's such a good guy who didn't want to fight. move to be like, "Are you done? Are you done,
You
idiot?"
pin their wrists.
Yeah.
Apologize to me or I'll kiss you. I'll turn you gay.
That's what I think I would do. I think I would go gay in a fight. If I
Yeah.
had
In a fight,
to.
really?
'Cause I don't mind.
All right, shit.
I'll pinch dicks and shit.
I'm wondering. Okay,
Oh no, you're talking about that kind of gay.
Nah,
That's hurtful.
I'll just
that's
get out of-
hurtful, gay.
I'll
That's
just
scary, man. I'm always scared of somebody grabbing my nuts and just not letting go.
if I'm gonna be in a if I'm gonna be in a
That's
fight with
scary.
another man, why not just sexually assault him?
Yeah, you got
Right
some,
there.
You got some tendencies that need a. There's a closet. It's
How long
locked shut.
How long does it take to get to a brown belt? How long does that take you?
Took 18 till I was like 28 when I got it.
Oh,
10 years,
fuck,
yeah.
dude.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're
So-
like a weapon.
No.
So I want to
half
ask.
of it's how good are you in shape? Like, I'm not in that shape anymore. Listen, I could beat a normal guy, but a lot of it, if you're not training, it's kind of. I got the techniques,
Yeah.
but I don't have the physicality
Okay.
that I used to have. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
Probably-
I know what you're talking about.
I can rump, but if it's like a legit athlete or somebody, I would be like, yo, I gotta fucking.
If it's
we
somebody,
gotta
who,
figure, I gotta hope somebody breaks this up. You know what I'm saying?
Now, if
I'm
you
just
heard-
gonna defend myself.
Have you heard that whole thing where it's like if you train jiu-jitsu for a year, you'd be able to beat somebody that's like
No.
boxing for 10 years or something like that? Have you ever heard
no.
that?
Everybody, listen. I basically think
Should I do
you're
jiu-jitsu?
terrible. You should. It would be
Okay.
good for your.
I would
whatever this
actually
is.
love to. My brother started doing it, and he was already kind of a fucking
Unit.
buff-bodied bro.
Oh, yeah. No,
and
listen,
he's dangerous now.
I think
bro.
the first 2-3
Going
years,
security guard.
people are kind of useless, but they think they're good.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know?
It's like comedy.
It's like
It
comedy.
is. It's like, and then you realize you've been doing it long
Yeah.
enough. You're like, oh, I'm better.
You go, oh, women shouldn't do this.
No.
I'm joking.
Totally
Listen,
I'm joking.
we've
I don't
already-
believe that. I
we-
love big girls and I
we,
love women.
Me
I
and,
know, I'm
me
just-
and
that was
Drew
just a
love
joke.
fat women, and women can do comedy. And honestly, fat women are the best at
They
comedy.
actually
if
are.
I'm being honest with
Mind
you.
you, also, can we say this? He's from Iowa. Cut him some slack.
Yeah, cut him
Yeah,
some
cut him
slack.
some
To be
slack.
fair though, I'm from Oklahoma, and I'm
I know.
I'm progressive as hell,
You got
man.
leg tattoos, nigga. So you.
I got leg
you went
tattoos.
with
I
the
got a
route.
mustache.
Oh, you got leg tattoos too.
Yeah,
You
but
have
his
tattoos?
are different.
His
I
are
have-
different?
Yeah, his are different.
Yeah,
the
his,
vibe-
yours
the
got more
vibe-
an eclectic vibe.
So the vibe of his is different than the vibe of mine.
My Oshkosh slider fucks up my whole knee, dude. it ruins the tattoo, dude.
It
It
does
used to be
not-
set differently, and now I got fucking bone spurs.
It doesn't ruin
WebMD,
the tattoo.
Now it
paranoia.
looks like a
You're
fucking
watching it.
RuneScape
Wait,
tattoo. all of a sudden.
yeah. So wait, you're telling me your Osgood Slaughters ruins the unfinished knee piece that you have?
Yeah, dude.
The,
it has
unfinished, the unfinished RuneScape
Yeah,
tattoo that
and
you
you-
have?
What is that? What is
Runes-
that?
Do you know?
RuneScape.
No, I know RuneScape. You got a RuneScape tattoo.
Yeah, look at that.
Jesus.
It
like-
goes
look at-
from the bottom of his ass cheek to his ankle, and it's all RuneScape.
This nigga got a
thing.
browser game tattoo.
This is what. This is what happens when we support our military too much.
Yeah,
guys.
dude. You gave me
Oh,
too much money. I was
man.
18, dude. I got that, and I got a Blink 182 tattoo. Like, I didn't know what to do with my money.
Yeah, that's wow.
At
That's
least I
heavy.
didn't get married.
At least
That's
you didn't
true.
get married or have a child. Yeah, that's
Mm.
important.
I almost did.
Or a Camaro.
I almost proposed. I almost proposed to the girl I was dating when I was in the military, because I was like, I can get out of this fucking shithole of housing situation that I was in. Because you're in
Yeah.
the barracks with like all your boys, but that's fun. But like,
So
what's
you
not
basically
fun
can
is
only leave if you.
yeah, you can only leave if you get married, basically.
So that's why.
So that's why people get married. People don't think it.
They
Yeah,
are literally forcing them
it's
into like
it's
conformity.
no, it's like yeah, like a lot of people do it. A lot of people get married in the military when they're like 18 because it's like for them it's like it's an escape from the barracks, and the barracks can be really fun with your boys, or it can be like a nightmare, like every day waking up at 4 a.m. because they're like there's bullshit.
Wake up at 4 a.m.?
When there's like police calls and shit, like they'll like wake you up and be like, "Hey, there's trash in the parking lot. It's 4:45. Go do that before you go
Fuck.
run 7 miles." Like that's the reason that people get out of it. It's not like it's
Oh,
less about
man.
people being like, "I love this girl. I'm 18."
I always
and
But-
thought it was because niggas might be suckers and shit, but it's actually.
But if you're not in the barracks, they can't make you do that.
But if you're not in the barracks, like you'll still have to come in early, but you don't deal with half the bullshit. There's something called field day, which is like
Field day was always fun at school.
every Thursday. Yeah, pretty different
We were-
vibes.
we
you,
were-
play kickball, you do
Dude,
water
There was
guns
a
and
thing
stuff.
on every Thursday on field day would be like this thing where you deep clean your rooms, but it wasn't like deep cleaning like, oh, I like mop the floor. That's like a deep clean now for
Like
me.
a toothbrush.
Yeah, it's like this is a thing that they used to do. They would make us write numbers on our tiles with Sharpie, and then they would go scrub 24, and then you'd go, and then they would
Fuck.
inspect the tile 24, and then you'd run back out, and then you do that for 1 through 118 or whatever it was. And then you take everything. They do a thing called Chinese Fill Day, which is when you would take all of. We're in the Patreon now, so I'm gonna talk about this. You would take your you would take all your stuff outside, and then you go, oh hello. No, no, you would. What it was is you would.
Fuck, dude.
You would take all.
That
of
was
your,
heavy.
I mean,
That was definitely Patreon. Go ahead.
Yeah.
We are in the Patreon.
Yeah. So what you would do is you would take you would take all of all your stuff outside of your room, and then you'd set it up in like the balcony area or like the parking lot area wherever you were at, and you would recreate your room outside, and then you'd scrub everything head to toe. Like I'm talking like this bleach on the walls, fucking scrub and shit, and you do that for like from 3 o'clock at night till like 2 a.m. and you would do that. Or you would get married and you'd go home at 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
So it's like, what do you think you're gonna do?
I see. Yeah.
It's
yeah.
like there's people are like, yeah, I
that.
get a Camaro. It's like, no, dog, I'm trying to escape this fucking bullshit.
Yeah, dude.
And get a Camaro. No.
Yeah.
So that's all that.
I got a coffee table that looked like Whitney Houston's sink, nigga. Like I can't imagine living this life.
Yeah.
That's terrible,
Bleach,
bro.
that's so white.
Dude, yeah. you just like. Even the thought, I've had coffee tables like that where you're like, if I wanted to move this coffee table, I'd have to either very carefully lift the whole thing and hope nothing falls off, or I'm just not going to move this like I can't move. There's so many things on it. Where do they even go? The coffee table is where they go. There's ashes all over it. There's multiple ashtrays.
And there's drugs in that pile that you don't want to give up.
Exactly.
There's bud in there. For me,
You
it's
can lick that any time, get a little bump.
all right.
Yeah,
Nice.
okay.
Yeah.
What do you? Okay, so we
I was
went.
going to talk
Just
about
doesn't
weed
even
and
know how to
grabba.
do drugs.
Yeah,
It's like
you're
you
gonna
lick
fucking,
it and
nobody's
you-
gonna have coke on their table.
You lick it and you get a bump. Neither of those things
No.
are the right.
Buzz is what I meant to say. To be fair,
Might as well said apples and oranges make juice. That was the same relevance that sentence had.
those two things make juice.
I don't know what he's talking
Yeah, that
about.
was some
I-
crazy.
I was
sorry.
on
That
your
was
side until you started bringing
All right,
in
it was
juice.
too wordy. Yeah, it was too wordy. I'm sorry. I
Okay, what
apologize.
Okay, so we circled back, and let's circle back to the thing that we were talking about with your drugs.
You're telling me you want me to finish the
Yes.
story
No
that I was
way.
halfway through 15 minutes
Yes.
ago?
That's heavy.
All I was gonna say is the Adderall thing is like throughout the day I would keep going. If you stop now, if you can be fine. If you stop now, you'll go to sleep tonight. And then eventually I'm like, it's like 10 minutes till close. I'm in the bathroom snorting more Adderall, and I'm like, I guess
And
you
you
don't
snorting
sleep
it.
tonight. Yeah, yeah, you can snort Adderall. You can snort. You can.
He smoked fucking oxys.
Yeah, you can
you're
smoke
right.
pills on foil and
Crazy.
shit.
Right.
I
I
don't
keep
know if
forgetting.
you can. I don't know if you can smoke Adderall. I've never really tried that. I don't think so though. But I don't.
You ain't come out of it too
Sure
bad,
you
man. You
can.
ain't missing no teeth or nothing.
No. I did have a lot of cavities when I got sober though. I had like 4 cavities.
Fuck.
Well, because also not only was I like, you're not exactly thinking about brushing your teeth super often, but like I would wake up every morning and throw up.
Oh,
That's how I would start my day, typically. I would wake
purge?
up.
A good
I
old
would,
purge?
I don't know what it was. It's not like sometimes you throw up because
Like
you're
Nicole
dope sick
Richie in
because you're going through
2001.
withdrawal. But I think I was just like not eating, and I was like eating like fistfuls of like fake pressed Xanax on my stomach. So my stomach was just all twisted up and fucked up, and so I would wake up and just throw up like bile. Like just, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And just like, and then that's just like on your teeth, and you don't always brush after that. Like,
you
it's
don't,
a
have,
whole
you don't brush
thing.
after you just threw a bile, nigga?
Not always,
Gallbladder
bro. If I'm being
fluid?
honest with you, man, I wasn't doing well,
Yeah.
Sometimes you just move along. Sometimes
Hey,
you take
man,
a swing.
how long were you a drug addict?
That's kind
How
of a
many
rough
years you got under your
question.
belt?
I mean, I started getting high and doing drugs when I was like 13, but not hard drug. I didn't start hard drugs till I was like 18.
Okay.
And then I got sober like 2 months before my 23rd birthday. So like four and a half years, something like that.
That's
He did a
veteran.
tour.
Yeah, he did a tour. That's what.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a valid. You could say if you said like 2 years, I'd be like, nigga,
yeah, but I was also
you talking about this shit.
You're not over it.
Before,
the worst part, the lowest part of your life.
We get it.
Bro,
You're
I really-
drugs.
Bro,
That is funny.
yeah, dude, Grandma died last year. Shut up. It's been a year, dog.
Listen, you did almost half a decade. That's a big deal. That's enough to talk
I
about.
don't know.
Yeah.
If that's not almost a decade.
That's
4
almost.
years?
I mean,
He
half a
said half a
decade.
decade.
Half
Oh,
a decade.
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, like 4.5 years.
Like a baker's dozen.
And I was like, also like,
Exactly.
That's 13, right?
I was also
I don't
like,
know.
yeah, baker's
'Cause
dozen
you
is-
eat one.
You get the extra one. Yeah.
Oh, is that what that is?
Cool.
That's
For your
what a
little
baker's
tummy.
dozen is.
Ah,
So
okay.
And also, it's like, I mean, not that. So here's the thing: not that you can't be like an addict or an alcoholic without doing this, but I was also like shooting heroin and cocaine into my veins.
Yeah,
like
you
it wasn't
you
like
went hard and fast.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
once,
you burned out quick.
Once you start using the needle, dude, it's like, ooh, it's over. Like,
Yeah.
there's no
Yeah.
bouncing back or like convincing yourself of like. Honestly, you could say when you start smoking pills off of foil, and your friends start kicking you out of their house because you leave your foil in their bathroom.
Oh no.
Then you could say it's a problem, but you can always convince yourself. Really, even whenever you're using needles, you
That's
can convince yourself shit.
You
Yeah,
don't know,
that's
like
great.
Requiem for a Dream lifestyle. Right.
Fun
there.
story about that movie. So I've watched that movie multiple times. The first time I ever watched it, I was actively addicted to heroin, but this specific night I did acid with my friends. So we were on acid. We were coming down off acid, and I watched that movie, and it was the scariest experience that I've ever had because I'm on acid. So I've always said
Yeah,
I
the visuals are
didn't
crazy.
I didn't like acid or mushrooms when I was like a drug addict because it just made me more aware of my really shitty existence.
Mhm.
And then so you're in your head with the whole trip and
So
everything.
would you avoid psychedelics?
Avoid? No, I didn't exactly have like a no button when it came to drugs. So like if somebody had shit, I would do it. I was kind of like a trash can in that way, but like, but
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
no, it was just like, whatever, I'll do whatever. But like to be in that headspace of like tripping on acid and watch a movie about people being addicted to heroin the way you are, and like it ends, it's like these crazy like orchestra like like really scary, and it's like
Jared Leto
it's
with
like
a little baby arm and
yeah,
shit.
it's like the girl hoeing herself out to get drugs. It's like one of the Wayans brothers, I forget which one it
He was
is,
in jail, and
is
his
in,
arm was all
is
fucked.
in
No.
jail, and he's like detoxing and sick, and the other one, like, yeah, his arm's falling off, and he's like still shooting into the
Nah, they
abscess.
cut his shit off. Remember?
And then yeah, at the end they cut it. Yeah, they cut his arm off. Like, and I'm watching that on acid, like freaking out, dude.
Nah,
I took a bunch of Xanax and went to sleep and did that shit.
For sure.
I took
Yo, let's not forget about the mom who had the most innocent drug use.
yeah, the
and
diet pills.
She just the diet pills. She didn't know.
which are basically Adderall back
Yeah.
then.
That's
speed.
it. She
That's like
just
the-
fucking. She ended up in a mental hospital.
Yeah.
Mm.
Like God,
It's a
damn,
scary
yo, mama,
movie. That's a
nigga.
scary movie as a human. As a drug addict, it's frightening.
I still think about that scene with I forgot the shorty's name, but when they were doing basically her ending. And I was like, I don't really know what the fuck. Yeah, what the
Ass
fuck?
to
What the fuck
ass.
were they doing? How was
They're
what
both fucking a double-sided dildo, I think, in front of like a group full of like
Oh.
rich white guys and shit.
And they were saying ass to ass. They wanted both butts involved.
Ass to
There's a
ass.
thing about butts. You know what? I've been recently dogs. I just said dogs. I don't know. I said
I
that
don't
weird.
think you can
I
call
never would-
people
That's
dogs
my
plural.
involvement now.
I
That's
said
why.
yeah. I say yeah. I'm cool now.
Wait, what did you just say?
I've never heard somebody address multiple
Yeah,
people.
what's up,
like,
dogs?
You'd be like, "What's up, dog?"
Yeah,
But
that
I've
was a
never
crazy
heard
thing for me to
anybody
say.
be like,
I'll
"What's
admit
up,
it.
dogs?"
I'll
Yeah,
admit
what's
it. What up, dog? I say dog, but I said dogs there plural. Never did that once, but it's never in my
That's your
vernacular.
unfamiliarity with
Yeah,
never
dog.
done it
I'm doing. I'm code switching right now.
He's super code switching.
I'm super code
Stick with
switching.
that
Dogs.
dudes and dudettes, nigga.
Hella.
Do that. Dude, that's the whitest thing you can call somebody. Sup, do that.
That's fucking great.
All of a sudden, yeah, we're
That's
both
rocket
code
power
switching.
energy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. We ass to ass. Oh yeah, buttholes. I've been liking buttholes lately.
You've always liked.
I've always
buttholes.
liked buttholes, but it's been developing. I don't know what this is.
What's it developing into? A fetish?
I don't know.
A visual fetish?
Yeah, it's like it's not the visual. It's
Okay.
like I fucking want to go in there.
Oh, you want to fuck your girl's
You
asshole?
say buttholes plural,
What?
but you're talking about your
specifically,
girlfriend's
yeah.
butthole.
But yeah, okay.
Yeah, she gets mad at me. I've been calling her tits the hogs lately. She doesn't like that.
The hogs.
I go, let me see the hogs.
You
And
should.
then
You should.
she pulls them out.
you-
and I
Yeah, I knew it. Ah, there it is. That's a
go,
good
and then she
squeal
goes-
too.
and then I go, yeah, come here. And then she gets mad. And she's like, my mom is next door.
I'm sure.
I live with her mom.
Yeah,
God
I'm
damn.
sure she loves being called an animal.
No, their tits, they're the hogs.
The tits are the hogs.
I think she likes it until you do the squeal. You know what I'm saying?
Her butthole's the slop.
I'm trying to eat it.
Oh, baby, let me eat that slop.
Baby, lock them doors and pull
Yeah.
your butthole out.
That's
butthole's-
a white person song.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, there's a thing about a butthole. And I haven't recently. I just recently discovered it.
I'ma
It's
be
like
honest.
it's like a wine.
I thought you've always loved it. You've always told me since I met you, you were like, I like assholes. Like that's
Yeah,
like
but
your
it's
thing.
it's starting to be like. It's starting to be like.
You're gay
It's
is what
yeah.
it
It's
is.
what I'm
you
concerned.
told me that too, but I thought you was talking about people, nigga.
You like I like
Yeah,
assholes.
I like assholes. Yeah.
Oh, I like
you
assholes.
like
I
mean
yeah.
people?
No, it's
He's
buttholes.
talking
It's
about
buttholes.
yeah.
You
It's
talking literal.
it's gross though, right? It's a
I
gross
don't
thing.
look. I think
Do you like buttholes?
sexually, for me, if I'm with a girl, I'm gonna put it in the butthole, but it's just more to be like, I put it in your butthole.
See, so
Yeah,
that's
man.
the
exactly
thing.
what it is.
Yo, chill
That's
out.
what
I
it is.
remember
So
like,
that's the thing, 'cause-
I hate you. I put it in your butthole. What
Yeah,
do you,
yes,
fuck?
yes, that's
you
what it
love me.
is.
We love each
It
other.
is,
My
yeah.
dick's been inside your asshole. Come
Yeah.
on,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
is,
yeah,
that's not
yeah.
what it's meant for.
But here's
Yeah.
the thing.
The energy here. We love each other.
We did an oopsie. Oopsie doopsies.
That's not what it's meant for.
That's not what it's meant for.
I do think that
True.
I do think that the idea for guys of doing anal with a girl is more about the idea than the actual feeling.
Yeah,
Because it
sure.
doesn't feel good. It doesn't
For
feel
sure.
better than a vagina.
I'm gonna be honest. It seems that in South American culture, they fuck with that shit.
South American
South Americans specifically like.
Well,
anal.
Brazil seems to be one.
Why?
Really?
So
What's making what's
where's
His,
this coming from?
he was just
Where
doing
I'm coming
jujitsu, and they're like, "This is part of it."
No, really.
Open up.
I don't wanna.
Like you want to be a
I've
black belt,
heard-
right?
I've heard when the Brazilians talk about having sex with a girl, a lot of them will start talking about like, you know, they get a too, and then they put it in the butt, and then that's like the ultimate like they, you know what I mean? Like we doing our thing now, and it just seems I've heard the story from multiple Brazilians in conversation.
I feel like Europeans are into anal too.
Mm.
Like the French. Tell me, you see a
Doing a
you see a
Scooby-Doo.
French dude and you don't go. He's like, I'm going to stick a fucking vase in your butthole. Like that's what they do.
He
They
sounds
put
like an
weird things
asshole.
in
Why
there.
not fuck an asshole?
he looks French right now.
I'm fucking a French.
Nah,
Not
no,
even
no,
that.
no,
There's
no,
like
those
that little
eyebrows.
no.
Eyebrows. Those are American eyebrows. You understand? Fucking
He
Spencer
told me.
Pratt eyebrows.
I still fucking think it's so funny. You told me one time I have racist eyebrows. It's so true. I see
They
it.
do. They do. Yeah.
No color in there, baby.
That's a
These are blondes.
I got a question.
high-level white man.
Speaking of eyebrows, I got a question for you. I just got mine waxed this week because I would just happen to be at like the salon with one of my friends, which is like a weird.
Your
sentence, but
eyebrows?
Whatever. Yeah. You would do any sort of like manicure stuff, like just any
No, I just work out.
facials, all that, nails, shit like that?
Nah,
Because
I bite my nails.
You're a biter?
so
I
do
bite my
I.
nails.
But
Yeah,
like,
no.
I feel like that's a weird thing in. So there's two cultures that both are like express their like manliness in weird, but they also have weird things. So Italians
True.
and black culture. Now I know that you're Haitian, so I know that there's like a difference between like typical African American, like the way we look at it, culture, and like Islander. But
Word.
like I notice, like I
We got a lot
follow.
of similarities.
I
We're
follow,
like,
yeah,
we're cousins.
Of
We're
course,
kissing
of
cousins.
course. So like, I followed this comedian. He's Italian, and he's just a fucking broy, and he's great. But then I saw him getting a manicure, and he posted it. He was like a gentleman before the show tonight. And he's getting a manicure, and I'm like, that's a weird level of
Masculinity.
manliness to
Yeah.
be
Where
like,
you
you know
become
how
gay.
gentlemen do. I got the clear coat, like you know, like.
I went
Gentlemen don't have their cuticles not taken care of, guy. Like that.
I get it though. That's like cool because he's like, I'm doing the manly thing. I'm going in there. I want to be clean for it.
Yeah.
I want to be clean for
I want to
Yeah,
be clean. I'm
so
gonna put
that's
a
the thing,
finger
but,
in
like,
this broad. I'm gonna
I-
make it
There's a
clean.
lot of
I've
cats, Steve
seen-
Harvey, Bernie Mac.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. It's like there's that scene of Bernie Mac. What movie is that? Where he's on the phone, he's getting a manicure, or he's getting his nails done, he's getting
I
his
think it might
feet
have been a
done.
show.
Is it?
he had a
No,
show?
no.
His show was great.
I
love
want to
his show.
say,
It's
dude,
so
Bernie
good.
Mac is one of the greatest. So I want to say, you know
scared
what
of
it
you.
might have been? It might have been Bad Santa.
Dude, Bad Santa.
Bad
Such
Santa,
a
yeah, it
fucking
was
funny
Bad
movie.
Santa.
Yes,
Where
it
he's
is.
like,
It
God
was.
damn, bitch. Like,
Yeah,
he's like
yeah.
yelling at the Asian lady. But it's like, and that's just a scene from a movie or whatever. But I feel like that's a thing in black culture as well. Is like
I think it's
being well
levels.
manicured and well taken care of.
I think it's a lot of it is age. I think an older black
Okay.
culture, like I think Steve Harvey, I think Bernie Mac, I think
What did your dad do it?
my dad, nah, my pop, he Haitian nigga, so
You
he
need
just,
that?
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, we're good.
He moved here when he was 12, but he's like, you ever see somebody who leaves a place and then just finds people from that place and just sticks with that
Yeah.
culture.
Yeah.
That's
Pops.
the Greeks. That's
Yeah.
my girl's whole
They
fucking
just,
friend
so
group.
it's like they're American,
That's how
but
Italians
it's a lot more
are.
Greek than American. You know what I mean? So that's my pop. So he was, you know, but
they do like voodoo.
nigga. They're from a good city. They're not from the province. Nigga.
Isn't
They
that a
fuck-
thing? I remember playing Vice
I mean,
City
look,
and they had Haitians.
It's in the
and they
culture.
would,
It's in the culture.
there was
but
a thing where they would do voodoo. There was a mission.
This is what I was talking about with American culture, because we don't got enough movies. All we got is
There's
voodoo.
no movies about Haitians.
No, nigga, with first 30 minutes of Bad Boys 2. That's all we got.
I've seen first.
I feel bad because I'm literally repeating a bit, but that's
your bit.
that's a bit. Yeah, it's like
That's
it's the only
hilarious.
movie we fucking got.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
You know who took our spot? Who everybody knows about?
You have
Jamaicans.
well, you also have.
Oh,
you know,
yeah,
but you
you're
guys
right.
do have TV.
You guys got Kodak Black.
No, you guys are on television. You guys first 48. Oh,
there it is. I knew it was coming too. I was like, he's gonna say something racist because I could tell because he keeps trying to get it out. He's like, no, but yeah, hey, I got something racist to say. Give me a second. You know what I said? Well, you know where I see you? First 48. You remember that show? Yeah.
To be fair, my
Starring
people
every
are
Haitian
my.
I've ever met. That's
To
you.
be fair, my people are on there all the time too.
yeah, they're the investigators.
Yeah.
Nice, dude. Set up punch right there,
Fuck,
buddy.
so good. So
Is that
good.
where you were going for?
The
I ain't even
The
have. I ain't got no. I
misdirect.
ain't got no.
Here's what I thought. I assumed you guys would think he's talking about drug addicts, but
Yeah,
then
that's what I did.
I was gonna double down and go. We're usually investigating your people.
Yeah.
It's good. I thought
If
you
you
was
had to
talking about
kill
people
somebody,
from
how would you do
Oklahoma. Wait, say
If you
again.
had to kill somebody, how would you do it? We've talked about this the other day on a drive.
The
Where would you
easiest-
put a body?
Where? Okay. So which
When did we
question?
talk
Which question
about
goes
And when
first?
we were driving from Arizona to San Diego,
Oh yeah. We were driving through a lot of desert, and I was like, this would be a good place to
That's a
dump
good
body.
place to put a body. Yeah.
where would you put it?
So which question you want me to answer? The murder or the
Body. Body one is better.
Body?
Yeah, I don't
Alright.
really want to know.
Yeah, I don't
how
care
you
about.
would
Yeah, I
kill
mean,
the
like, yeah,
person.
boom, it's fine.
Yeah, no, man. You gotta.
Get intimate with them.
You're gonna choke him
I
out.
gotta choke him out because no blood.
What if you come?
No, I mean that's just a risk I have to take. You know what I'm
That's a
saying?
good point. You wear 2 pairs of underwear,
Yeah.
just in case.
Jesus.
Just in
There you
case.
go.
All right, so you choke
go.
him
Don't
out.
wanna
That's
leave no
very
DNA.
intimate because you
That's
feel
you're a
the
man.
life.
That's
leave.
a
Yeah.
man.
But I
answer.
like what you're saying because if there's no blood, there's no
There's no
cleanup.
nothing.
But your DNA could end up on them
Mhm.
that way.
That's the thing. If there's no body,
True.
There's
Okay.
no-
So where are you doing
so
with
it's
the
all
body?
about the body. So that's on to your next
So
question.
let's just say that you have all the means that you need. Like you don't have to. You have access to, and you don't have to worry about going wherever. You have whatever it takes.
I have whatever it takes.
How do you get rid of the body?
I'm gonna be completely honest. I can't. I would. This is me talking. This
Okay.
is not me doing. 12 pieces. Scatter across the ocean.
Across the ocean.
You cut him in 12 pieces. What?
12
ligaments, arms.
I guess.
Extremities?
I think for some reason my mind goes to the magic number, which is 12. I guess that's what.
The magic number is 12.
For me, 12. for
What would
some
you do?
reason.
What would you do?
I like
Go
the number
knees
24.
Down,
Visceral response.
knees down.
Knees down. Thigh.
Mm?
All right. So
That's-
that's 4.
That's 8.
No.
That's 8.
No, it's not.
Wait.
What are you
No,
talking
you're right.
about?
That's 4.
That's 4.
Double it. I'm doing math.
He ain't good at body math. All right.
Body math.
We're gonna go.
Body math is the funniest word I've ever heard.
All right, we're gonna go 2 here, so that's another 4. That's
Okay.
8.
8.
All right.
Now you got 4.
Now we got 4. 4 pieces here.
You're gonna cut their head in half?
I'm gonna figure that out. So I'm thinking, yeah, because I realized that I'm like, that's not all right. So 4.
You're gonna pick the chitlins out first?
You know what? Check the chitlins out. You
You're
piece
gonna
of
take the
shit.
hair so you can cast spells later too.
Fuck you. I'm gonna ignore this fucking
You're gonna find their
bullshit.
gizzards?
We gotta get the hands. You guys just using black cooking buzzwords.
I know what those. To be fair, I know what those are. I've eaten all of those, and I enjoy all of them. Okay,
You
I'm not just
got
stealing
pig's
your
feet, I guess,
culture.
nigga.
All right?
Pig's feet.
You
I
gotta
mean,
get the
that's-
hands. The hands, right? Because that's important.
What do you soak them, right? You get rid of the fingies, the fingy pins.
I don't know. I never went that. I never. Is that real?
You would because you don't want them to be able to identify. You don't want a
Okay.
clear match, right?
Hands, yeah.
Teeth, yes.
Head separate, and then section off the torso.
I had a thought while you were doing all this because I think you could still get caught. If I have any means, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm renting a wood chipper.
Mm-hmm.
I'm renting a boat.
Mm.
I'm going to the ocean with the body. I'm just out into
But
the
they got
ocean.
drones.
Power for the wood
It's
chipper.
it's chum.
You gonna get the power for the wood chipper. You
I'm
gonna
buy
have
a generator.
you
I
gonna get a
got
generator
what
on
I
the
need. You
boat?
know what
Okay,
I
we got
mean?
you what you need
And
to
sit
sit
here's the
around.
deal. I have the benefit of being a white guy in this situation, right?
Yeah.
A white guy renting a wood chipper, a generator, and a boat. Dude. There's 100 guys that just did that today.
Yeah,
for
that's
totally
true.
legitimate reasons.
They think you're gonna take a trip to Montana.
Exactly. Exactly.
The perfect cover.
I just
Perfect cover.
Going to
went,
Montana.
send that body out. It's chum. The
That's
fucking fish eat it up.
You got the mustache.
Gone,
back, you wanna
dude.
Wear some fucking cover up them tattoos.
Exactly.
I would buy a
Wear that
pig.
golfing hat. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
In and
I'm every
Easy.
guy.
You gonna get caught no matter what, cause just your face and your overall. Just your
His
overall
ideas
attitude.
were so bad.
Yeah.
I would buy a pig. I would buy a
Crazy.
series of pigs, and I wouldn't feed them.
That's Hannibal
Crazy
Lecter.
stuff.
That's
I
Hannibal
wouldn't
Lecter.
feed them, and I go eat the pig.
That's Hannibal
And then
Lecter. I think the third movie. They said
yeah,
that.
it's probably a thing.
Yeah, it's a Hannibal Lecter. They said it in Hannibal Lecter.
I
12
haven't
pigs.
seen that, but
Oh, you never seen that?
but I've seen another movie where they do it, and I was like, that's smart.
It's fucking.
Oh, Game of Thrones.
No. It's Snatch, I think.
Yes.
Snatch, Brad Pitt.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Kick the Pig. That's
yeah,
what it was.
yeah. He's a gypsy.
He's a gypsy.
Yeah. Dude,
that's
a good
rough,
movie, dude.
That's a good movie, but that's a rough way to fucking
Go out.
just murder a motherfucker. Like, just,
Oh, dude, that's brutal.
Just a way to
Yeah,
know,
to
have their bodies eaten by pigs.
Have you seen Game of Thrones? They do it in Game of
No.
Thrones with wolves, and it's like that's sick too.
Wait,
dude,
well,
Game
let me make a statement. I didn't watch the show. I want to look you in the eyes, so you know I think I'm better than you. I read the books.
Okay.
I didn't watch either of them.
You know, I did
because
that-
I like pussy and well lit TV.
The other day, what I did, Ariel was talking to me. There was Cat in a Hat was on the movie on Netflix, and she
Mike
was
Myers.
watching it
Good
with Mike
movie.
Myers.
Really creepy.
And
movie,
she was
by the way.
like, have you seen this movie? And I was like, no, but I've read the book. And I was like, that's got to be the only time that it's worse.
That's true. That's got to be
like,
the
damn,
only
I'm a fucking
time
idiot.
where it's not cool.
I've
it's
read
not
4 pages versus sat and watched a 2-hour movie. That's creepy, by the way. You're in a CGI as
super
fucking.
bro.
creepy.
You're in a
movie,
CGI
dude.
Mike Myers as a cat? No, thank
No,
you.
he was in a fucking.
That wasn't CGI.
No, it was a costume, man.
Yeah.
That was costume
was actually
makeup.
dressed
It
up
was
like
right
that.
off
That's
the. It was right
creepier.
off the Grinch because the Grinch just happened. So they're like,
Oh,
this is
they're
the
like,
new hot
they're
thing.
trying to
We're
we're
gonna
trying to
fucking
ride
take
the
this guy.
wave.
Yeah, we're gonna put Mike Myers.
You never
in a
ride
cat
the
suit.
wave. You never ride the wave.
Never ride the wave. I like the movie.
That's how
though.
you end up with fucking Hangover
Thing?
2 and shit.
Hangover 2.
You should have just stopped.
All of the Hangover movies are good.
Hangover 1 was
I don't
so
like the
good.
third one.
If it's a standalone, it's
Here's what it is.
it's Step Brothers level if it's a standalone.
I
That's
think it
very
still
true.
stands that way. To me, I think Hangover is I agree. I think that which I get because it's a money-making business. They were
100%.
like, let's make them. All of them are enjoyable movies.
No, they're not. Yeah.
One is so good that it buries the other ones. But like,
Yes.
it's good.
Well, they don't try to do anything different. Like
That's
the
the problem.
second one is like you know that they're gonna find the guy at a crazy spot at the
Yeah.
very end.
No, they tried
But
to do nothing different.
Here's
It's-
what I
yes,
think.
that's what it is. It's
Because
like, yeah,
there's
it's
a lot
funny
of
still.
movies like
They
that.
changed the
If
locale.
you think about it, I would say I would venture to say 95% of movies are that. You know how they're going to end,
Yeah.
right?
That's
The
I
good
did not know where Night at the Museum
That's
2
why I
was
watch
gonna go
Internet.
at all.
That's a good fucking movie. Ben Stiller's the
Like-
bomb.
like the good
Gotta be
guy
talking like a
always
white man.
wins.
The bomb.
The
yeah, good appropriating my culture.
like the love interest always
Better
end up
not file your
together.
taxes.
Very true.
The like Liam Neeson always finds his daughter.
Exactly.
You
Look for
just
him
know
most of the
that.
time.
So that's like I get what you're saying. They didn't try to do anything different. But the impressive part is when they can make a movie good enough where you are still interested and still have anxiety. It's like when you're in an action movie and 15 minutes into what you know is probably at least an hour and a half movie, the good guy is in a position where you're sure he's gonna die. You still get that anxiety where you go,
Yeah.
oh my God, how's John Wick gonna get out of
but
this?
it's cool.
You know he's gonna get out of it, but you don't turn the movie off and go, this is bullshit, dude.
No,
I
but
know
think
he's
it's a
gonna make
I
it
think
out
it's a
of
different thing though, because I think that it's like you're not going. You know he's gonna live, but you like the idea of him doing all these cool fucking moves and shit. With The Hangover, the first one, the reason that The Hangover, the first one was so good is that you legit did not know.
Yeah, you didn't know. Where
You
the
had
guy
no
was.
idea.
It was a surprise he was on the roof.
And like,
So-
sure, you could make the argument you don't know if John
So-
Wick is gonna die.
No, but the thing is not we don't know if John Wick is gonna die. The thing is not we don't know if they're gonna find their lost buddy in Bangkok or on the roof or whatever. It's how is it going to happen?
Well, yeah, that's the
what it
journey.
always matters.
100%.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. The movie doesn't have to be different because the how of them tracking this person down is interesting enough for you to watch it for 2 hours.
I think it was a good movie, but I think having 3 of them lowered the prestige.
I agree with that 100%. I think it's laziness is what I think it is.
Felt like laziness.
It's a money grab. You've already figured out that you've done it.
the
You're getting
location.
paid enough. Write a new idea. Who cares if it's not as if
They
it's
tried that with the third one.
Did they? I haven't seen the third one.
Which one is the third one?
Is that
The
the
third
one-
one is feels like it's very much about Zach
Galifianakis?
whatever the fuck his last name is.
Yeah, because he became the star of those movies.
Yeah. Because
By
he's
far.
also insanely funny.
He's so good.
What are we
dude.
at for time?
Leo, does it say on there how long we've been recording?
Oh, we're good.
Oh
then.
yeah.
All right, we're fucking.
You want to wrap up?
We can wrap it up.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah,
my
that was
throat
great.
hurts
Yeah,
from
my
talking.
throat's. Yeah, this
that
is
was a
good. This
long-
was
that was
fun.
a
Yeah,
long-
come
yeah,
on
that
in,
was great,
dude.
man.
Come over anytime you want to fucking be on the podcast. By the way, if you're ever bored, hit us up.
Yeah, you're a good guest.
All right, hey.
Follow Drew Illa.
Yes.
Follow me, Drew_Illa ILLA. I love big girls. And who else? Who else did you make fun of?
Of course
said
you
something
do.
About Chinese. I like Chinese people too. There was one more person.
Did we say anything bad about Chinese people?
I said
He said the Chinese joke.
Oh yeah.
You know they
Jesus
got
Christ.
legislation now. They earned respect. You know.
Yeah.
They got legislation. Once you
Stop.
got legislation, nigga, they right next to niggas. I thought it'd be Latinos who get some legislation. They
No.
Chinese. That's crazy.
Drew will be with us on July 20th as well at the Dania Beach Improv.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's
come and
right.
see us.
That's right.
So come
Thought it was
see
the
us.
27th. It's
Come
the
see
20th.
him. It's
I
the
gotta
20th,
I
motherfucker.
gotta
Put it in your
change that on my
calendar.
calendar. Yeah.
All
Be
right.
there on
Get
time because
responsible.
you're hosting. You have to be
I'm
there
gonna
on
be there on
time.
time.
Yeah. Tell him.
Drew's
to an
always
hour.
late. I'm not just being racist because black people are late.
Come on, baby.
But Drew is a black person who is pretty consistently late to things.
I mean, I'm wearing my glasses on my fucking
Thank you guys.
chains. Come on, I'm a late. It's just,
Yeah, you are.
you know.
Okay, goodbye, everybody. We love you.
So fun. Follow me.